I'm sure it picks up at night. Because...
Look out. Here we go. Stand by. It's 3:03, and it's only me. It's only the Kimmer on Extra 106.3 with Pete Davis, sidekick producer at Sports Rec on Tour Extraordinaire, and the Mechanical Mangler Flounder at the controls. And he's actually at the radio station, and Pete and I are sitting here at a table in the front window at Topgolf in Alpharetta and looking out over the expanse of acreage of them people hitting golf balls. So we just saw a group of 7 or 8 young girls with their mommy out in like a birthday outing, and there's guys with their dates and stuff. It's pretty cool. Anyway, we'd love to have you come by and see us. In fact, I just posted on Facebook, Rumble, and YouTube a surprise meeting with 2 longtime fans. One, Scotty the Window Guy, who back at one of our comedy shows several years ago, God, probably 4, 5, 6 years, whatever it was, wanted me to introduce to propose to his girlfriend for him.
Yeah,
at the place. Yeah, and I said I want nothing to do with that. I said it'll come back. I know it'll something bad. She's going to say no, or tonight. I mean now, or I mean whatever. Anyway, so I said no. Anyway. It was fun. Had a good time. And the other surprise guest was our buddy Jason Shane, who's, Bob Shane from the Kingston Trio.
Yes, sir.
And he, in fact, you could look it up on Facebook, Rumble, and oh, my goodness.
Focus.
Sorry. No,
Focus.
sorry. She wasn't wearing any. She had a little teeny short. Anyway. Okay, well, that's what you get when you're out in public. There's Scotty over there now, I think. We're talking about him. I think he can hear us. And Jason Shane from, direct descendant, the Kingston Trio. Daddy with the singing trio with his scotch.
They are
and
just
soda.
2 of the pulsing throng we're having to hold back here at Topgolf. Come to listen to the show. By the way, we had a visitor before the show who brought me a very special present.
The
Grubinator. The
Grubinator, yeah. And he brought you...
my very berry cherries, my very cherry berries, whatever you call them, those little
plum cherries.
Plum cherries that only come out like 2 weeks a year out of California.
They look like mini plums.
Oh, my God.
And in fact, I looked. I've been looking for the last, since you mentioned it several days ago. When I've been at 3 different Publix and 2 different Krogers. Nobody's even heard of them.
I know. It's very hard to find.
I don't know wherever one of them. What's that hippie choice?
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. But I don't know whether there is one. I
tried to get on Amazon. They don't even send them to you on Amazon.
No, you can't. You're not allowed to be a person. Anyway, with good things.
But they're beautiful and they taste great. And thank you, Ruben.
So that's kind of a thrill. Okay, for the record.
By the way, wait a minute. From the Kimmer Show YouTube Mafia.
The Grubinator.
Yeah, that's his.
That's
group.
right. The YouTube Mafia. Well, that sounds like a winner to me. Anyway, hold on. I'm going to pause for
the refreshes.
Beverage.
The pause that refreshes. He's going to slurp something here. He's 2 of these in. I'm not going to tell you what it is.
I warned him. He bring me out on a live show in public.
It's a nautical theme. It's a captain something.
Here comes a likely suspect. How you doing, baby? Do we know this lady? Hey, is that your daughter there, sir? Come here, hot stuff. Who are you?
Oh, we don't have a mic.
Do we have a mic anyway? But do we have an extra mic or anything? Oh, there's one right there.
Oh my gosh!
I put that right on your head there and everything. You got your chauffeur with you. I can see.
Yes.
What's your name, sweetie?
Cindy Finley.
Cindy, with 2 Y Cindys.
Just one.
One Y Cindy. We got a 1 Y Cindy, a 2 Y Cindy, and an I Cindy. Well, hey baby, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
Now, what are you doing here? Just to say hi, and
Came to see you. Watch the whole show.
Well, now, are you a long time? Tell us about your experience with the Kimmer Show and Pete Davis, and
Married this man. He hooked me on to you and been watching you, listening to you ever since. We were very disappointed when you went off the air and when we found you were coming back.
You weren't half as disappointed as I was, I can tell you that.
Bank account.
I had to call my kids and say, you're not getting a nest egg, That was pretty crappy.
Granddad's not eating.
Well, and so are you a long-time Georgia person? Or
I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina originally, but have lived here for about 35, 40 years.
Yeah. Now, and tell me about your old man here.
This is my sweetheart,
Yeah.
and we were talking. I said, he goes, you want to go see the camera? I said, yeah, I'm game. Let's go.
Well,
so
I'll be darned.
here we are.
And now, are you longtime listeners to talk radio, or?
Yes.
For how many?
25.
25 years.
Yeah, sweethearts listened to us for 25 years.
I'll be damned. I can't. What do you say? Listen to me for 25?
Yeah, not me, just you.
Well, there you go. Well, don't blame me. That's so sweet. Again, it's so nice to have you here.
It's good to be here.
We'll have a seat or whatever, and if we can get you something, please, make yourself at home. Cindy with a Y. Thank you,
nice
sweetie. It's great to see you, and your old man too.
Sweetheart.
Thanks, man. You're sweetheart. Well, that's great. That was
That's very nice. Come on by Topgolf.
It's Topgolf in Alpharetta, and if you and by the way, I don't know what the fees are, whatever. You can rent like a stand and hit balls into the beautiful. It's a beautiful afternoon. It's hot and muggy, but they have. And by the way, if you go out there, I was out looking, watching people play. The fans are roaring. I mean, there's definitely cool air blowing for the whole thing. So even though it's hot, if you want to hit some balls in the afternoon in the summertime, it's no big deal. Anyway, so that's where we are. Topgolf golf in Alpharetta, and tonight later on. There's going to be the small business convention or meeting or whatever.
I've never seen a small business.
I don't know what they do. They're people there, and they have little businesses, and they come up together and they say, "I have a little business, and so do you," and we're all friends now. So I don't know many more about it than that. But
it's going to be fascinating.
It's going to be terrific. All right, here's what time. It's 3:08. We have a clock and everything. By the way, you guys are great. Who's this guy?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Thanks, man. And who's your friend?
That's Brandon.
Brandon. Listen, Brandon, thank you guys. I mean, I really appreciate, because I know you'd probably rather do a lot of other things than be sitting up here with us at Topgolf.
I would rather be doing that.
I know Isaiah's going, yeah, no kidding, you idiot. I'm stupid.
Don't mention Davis is here.
No, we got Davis. We don't want to know. Yeah, non-Davis is here with us as well. And Flounder's back at the station. Anyway, and I got our numbers, 404-741-1230. 404-741-1230 if you'd like to call. I think we can still take phone calls. Flounder's back here monitoring.
Yeah.
Although Davis is here, so non-Davis is here. And double mics, we got everything. Okay, now coming up today, we'll be actually talking about actual issues. A couple of things. Oh, no. He's trying to reach for my adult beverage. That could be very dangerous, sir. Warning number one. There will be no warning number two. Your hand will be gone. Some really cool news things going on today. Can you believe this? And I don't. The Secret Service announced today, golly, there's just no evidence on that bag of cocaine. There's no fingerprints, there's no DNA, there's just no evidence. And there were hundreds of people there at the time, and they don't keep track of all the people going into the White House, near the Situation Room. Why would they ever monitor people going in and out of the White House near the Situation Room?
It's like a frat house.
They wouldn't let you in if they had any doubts about you. Okay, so the Secret Service says, golly, we just can't find any evidence. Lying crock. You can't. By the way, I urge anybody sitting at home right now, go get a plastic bag. Any plastic bag, and then take a cloth and try to wipe off, handle the plastic bag, put something in it, and put it in your pocket and take it out of your pocket. Do all the things you normally do, and then see if you can try to find a way to wipe off fingerprints on a small, thin plastic bag without ripping it to shreds.
We can reenact it right here. Rhino, that plastic bag of cocaine you had earlier.
Yeah, the one you have from that. The Ixnay and the octave, the cocaine, the UGG straight. But again, I mean, what a crock. That's nonsense. You can't believe that. And incidentally, that means that anybody who brought in a bag of anthrax or ricin could also have gotten away with it and dropped it in a thing. Anyway, now here's the other danger. The danger is that now the Secret Service is going to say, we really need to turn this over to the FBI, the Federal Gestapo investigation. And the reason is that they're the American law enforcement agency to get behind the crime that was committed, someone bringing cocaine into the White House. The problem is that FBI Director Chrissy the Cossack Ray, the cowardly, chicken-livered, spineless liar who perjured himself allegedly my ass. He perjured himself 50 times yesterday. I mean, it was unbelievable. The man just total lie. And when he didn't lie, he said, well, we can't comment on an ongoing investigation. That was the catch. And then and when they ask about Ray Epps, he says, "Oh, I'm just not going to address that." Oh, really? So you can just not address things if you don't feel like it, or say it's part of an ongoing investigation, or even worse, if this event happened and if the FBI can now say, because the Secret Service has let it go, the FBI can now say, we have an issue of national security. We really need to we really can't talk about it. Either way, it's over. We're screwed, and we knew that was going to happen. You knew the cover-up was beginning. If that had been Donald Trump and Don Jr. in the White House and standing on that balcony, I promise you they would have had that done in 30 minutes. Anyway, 313.
And if they were on cocaine, in 15.
And by the way, President White Trash and his whole white trash family. If you were anybody else, if you were a guy named Bunter Hyden and you had his record and you wanted to go visit the White House, you'd never get in.
Bunter Hyden.
They would not allow his family, the white trash family, in the White House. 313, it's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis and Flounder back, and we got Davis, we got the crew, and we're at Topgolf in Alpharetta with Cindy and Sweetie right there here at 106.3. I got to go. You're killing me. Look out, 313. Here we go. What's the matter? Are we okay? 314. How you doing? Cindy and Sweetie, we're going to get a picture here in just a second. First of all, I got to brag about my sponsors like Atlanta Safe House. In fact, I'm telling you, when I moved to Florida, I had cancer 20 years ago, but I went to the VA stuff 10 years ago, actually 12 years, 14, whatever it was, and I didn't have a safe from Atlanta Safe House. I had bought two. One was a gun safe that I gave away, no offense, and another one, I had one actually drilled into the concrete floor of my garage and also down in my game room, bolted right into the concrete floor. That's how good Atlanta Safe House is for taking care of your assets. Protect your assets the way I wish I had when I went to Florida and didn't have a safe, and now I can't find my stinking medical records, and the VA's jerking me around. But maybe it's just a lesson. Don't be like the Kimmer. And again, I keep saying this. It's really important. It happened to me once when I lost my wallet. A girl. That's a long story. And I had my Social Security card in it. Don't keep it in your wallet. You're supposed to keep your Social Security card safe. That means protect your assets with that and other important documents in a safe from Atlanta Safe House. Protecting you with a #1 delivery service. I'm telling you, they are the best in the entire Southeast for the America, as far as I know. Installing it anywhere, any way you want it. Ask about the big red safe. And it doesn't have to be a 5 or 6 foot gun safe, for crying out loud. Those are on special, by the way. Jewelry safes, business safes, high security safes. How about the vault door? Or feel like you're a banker. Or the big red safe. Anyway, tell them the Kimmer sent you. Believe me, protecting your assets has never been easier with AtlantaSafeHouse.com. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. 318. How's it going? The crowd goes wild. Oh, it's amazing. Oh, we got hot babes everywhere. Oh. That's incredible. Here at Topgolf in Alpharetta. And no, stay back, ladies. Stay back. I'll be happy to be with you later. We're trying to do a freaking radio show. My God, girls. Holy criminy. No, Isaiah, they're all over Isaiah's. Geez, the guy's working over here. Guys, Pete Davis is standing right here. And we have a special guy. Anyway, it's a Kimmer and Pete. We're doing our show. Flounder's back at the station. And Not Davis is here with us. And Brandon and Isaiah are taking care of our mechanical stuff
Mike.
here. What's that?
Mike.
And Mike is here, and we're at the Topgolf in Alpharetta. Love to have you stop by and say hi again. It's just a beautiful day, and you can hit some balls and do whatever you want. Anyway, this is Rod Stewart, whom I hate. I hate everything about him. I hate his hair. I hate his freaking voice. I hate his music. I hate him. Play some more so I can hate for a second here. Go ahead. I mean, it's just horrible.
I'm going to tell you something that's going to make you like him, though.
I find that very hard to believe.
He ended his tour in England yesterday,
Yeah.
and he brought his sister on stage.
All right, well, I've been with her, but
His sister's 96 years old.
Well, that's what I mean. Well, that's why I like her, because she's my age now, or what?
Because
you trying to make
he
a
loves
crack
his
about
family.
The Kimmer? You sound like freaking, you sound like the Rhino, for God's sakes. What the hell is going on here?
Speaking of
the Rhino, what the hell are you doing here? We're trying to do a show here. Jesus, he shows up and he says, "Oh, hey guys, let me go ahead and take your afternoon for you." So you got to be everywhere. Man's in the morning. He's going to be here at night. And what the hell are you doing here? I can't believe it.
I'm bringing the ladies. Look, Cindy came in. I mean, we are going to get you a woman.
That'll be the day.
It is my mission. I signed you up today.
I was listening. I listen every morning. You know,
Yeah.
I'm issue is if I'm in the shower or whatever, but I listen from 6 to 9, 6 to 10 now. And I heard the Match.com business.
Yes. No, not Match.
Oh, what was it?
Senior Match.
Okay. I missed that part. I knew. Anyway, and so I mean, you should do it and see what happens. And again, you know.
Yeah, no. Look, this is a real thing. I got all the way through, and then we got to the picture part. And the only picture we have,
This is in the studio.
Yeah, but that is one of the worst pictures I've ever.
I'm not attracted. I mean, it's gone. But you see me when I was 40. That's a whole different story. It's over.
You know what? You are a much better looking man than that picture.
That's Thanos. That's what it looks like.
It really does. And so I want to get a better picture. That's why we came out today. I'm going to get that. And look, we're already getting bites in, and I'm so excited. And we're going to have a whole dating game for you. But I think this is it. We're going. Barbara, I thought I had Barbara for you. That was Rick's mom.
Well, Barbara was. I got no spark from Barbara. Barbara was here and she wanted to be left alone. I thought, oh, sorry, I walk over there and she turned around. Okay, and that happened to me at the Hope Cotillion. Oh, you want a memory? When I was in college,
Hope Cotillion
the Hope
story.
Cotillion.
Write that down.
When I was
Here
in
we go.
college, it was like 1965 or something like that, and I got invited to go to. Screw you, Flounder. Yeah, you can eat me too. How about that? And I was in college, and I got invited to go to the Hope Cotillion at the Waldorf Astoria in New York.
Oh, yes.
And it was a blind date.
Ooh.
And I showed up, and she hated me. And I wasn't horrible. I mean, I was a teenage 19-year-old, whatever. And she hated me and treated me like crap the entire night. And it cost a fortune. And when the waiter came over at the end, for some reason, he came to me. They were all, we paid the bill and everything, and then the waiter came over and he came right to me. I don't know why. Of the 10 people at the table, this is like $1,000 thing for the Hope Cotillion, for a charity thing. And he comes to me and says, "I'm afraid the tip is not sufficient." I said, "Oh, really?" I said, "Well, it was at the time. This is mid-60s, and I think we gave him like 20%, which it was unheard of back then."
Yeah.
And so I just started arguing with the guy, and he realized I'm not getting nowhere with this punk college kid, and wandered off. But I couldn't believe it. My date hated me, and the waiter gave me a bunch of crap, as though I'm in charge of the freaking table.
She set the tone for the rest of your female relationships.
That was it. And ever since then, I've been nothing but a disaster with chicks.
Well,
there
you
are.
The thing with Barbara was your first move can't be putting your hand on her knee.
Hey, she was wiggling it. She was wiggling it. If that isn't a sign, it's like a worm wiggling. You get a live worm, no person will see it wiggling around there.
Yeah. Well, the one good thing you can get girls moving away from you as far as they can, but otherwise.
But the great thing, putting them on Senior Match brings their average age to just under deceased.
Very funny.
I put in 89 to 105.
Well, by the way, let me just ask you there, Mr. Smarmy Smart Pants, there, Red Rider. Would you date a girl your own age?
Yeah.
Oh, you
seldom happen.
lying bastard. You would not anymore. The man in the moon.
I dated 2 women even older than me.
Yeah, when you were 24 and they were 27. Yeah, well, me too.
Okay.
You know,
He also tells everybody he's 31.
the one I was going to marry was 3 years older
I look
than
31.
Anyway,
Times 2.
Now, so are you here for the thing tonight, or what?
Yeah.
So now, what? Tell people what's going on tonight. And should they show up here? Is this public or what?
Well, I mean, I definitely think they should show up and support you guys and come see us all. And they're more than welcome to come and watch. This is our small business open. It's a lot of fun, and it gives the opportunity to small businesses to find a way to win 13 weeks of endorsements and recognition here on 680 and Extra 1063. So if you're a small business, especially with what we went through over the past few years with the government destroying your businesses, this gives you an opportunity, but it's a lot of fun. I'll be playing with Rebel InfoSec, which I'm really excited about.
You're doing golf matches, you mean, or what?
Yeah, so what we do is like a best ball here. So winners get different prizes on Extra 1063.
Will there be drinking involved?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Hot
cocaine and drinking, all of it. It's golf.
Hot babes and booze.
Hot
here,
babes,
Top Golf,
sure.
I tell you. What a country. Anyway, the Rhino here in the house.
The Rhino.
So
you guys are doing a great job.
All right, man.
And I'm glad they took the ankle bracelet off and let you out of the mountains.
Well, I'm glad you showed up and told us all about your failed love affairs.
Oh, is she a golfer? Oh, my God.
There we go.
Sorry. No, I can't focus. I'm sorry.
Well, what's this? We got 2
business card.
Well,
no, we got,
read that one.
We got, Jason, Bob Shane,
That's
Jason
right.
Shane from the Kingston Trio. He has a company called Old Atlanta Stumps, and he will definitely take care of your stumps.
Or OAS, as we like to call it in the
Old
business.
Atlanta, the Stumpinator, Stumpster. The Stumping Men. And this is Done Right Construction. This is Scotty the window guy. He's a window guy and a construction guy.
Done Construction.
Done Construction. D-U-N-N.
Yes, sir.
Construction.
Done Right Construction.
And by the way, I have no problem at all. If you come by and say hi, we will give you a free plug.
And one of these business cards.
And one of our cards. Yeah, absolutely. One of their cards. Well, you can't have the Old Atlanta Stumps because that's the only one I got.
Okay.
Anyway, Drew, if you come by and say hi, we'll give you a plug for whatever you want.
And also,
and by the way, this always goes true. If you have like a charity event or a patriotic event or something, and nobody knows about it, I mean, this goes through anytime 3 to 6 in the afternoon, as far as I'm concerned. I haven't checked with this with anybody, but if you have a charity, any kind of charity event or a patriotic event in particular, anytime you want to have us give you free publicity, you call, and I'll put you on the radio. 3 to 6, anytime, a charity event, not your own personal raising money thing, but a charity event or something for others, an unselfish public event for someone other than yourself. 404-741-1230, 1230.
And if you want to get it at the front of that line, you can always get hold of the Pete Davis School for Wayward Women.
There you are.
And a little contribution will get you to the top.
Pete has a sign. Have you had your spanking today?
We have a free spanking sign we got to put out.
Yep. So
it works. It works.
In fact, if you heard the story, and by the way, we have news. I don't feel like
we have
talking
stories.
Topics. Well, maybe a 3 story.
Tell them 3 things you're going to talk about.
All right, here we go. First of all, Ray, 3 things. The Secret Service says there's no evidence of who put the bag of cocaine in the White House. They're lying. It's a crock. It's a cover-up, and the FBI is going to get the case to investigate as a criminal investigation, and they're going to say we don't comment during criminal investigations like the coward of the entire country, Chrissy the Cossack Russian plant Ray, yesterday lying under oath like a freaking perjurer that he's been doing for years. So they're going to cover that up. Secondly, Ray Epps did a deposition. His lawyers now made a comment. Ray Epps was the guy who we saw on January 6th, a mostly peaceful demonstration, who said, we got to get inside. We got to get inside. He was the leader of the, quote, insurrection, unquote. Suddenly, Ray Epps his lawyer testifies in a deposition. They're suing Fox News, claiming that Fox News ruined his life, and they're suing Fox News. So Ray Epps, now lawyer, says, well, the FBI is investigating now. They're going to find out that Ray Epps will be arrested. Therefore, Ray Epps was breaking. Well, we know he lied, by the way. He testified under oath. Allegedly. When they testified. No, he lied under oath when he said he was gone before it all happened. There's video of him there when it happened. Sure. So he lied under oath and testified under oath. He's going to be arrested by the FBI because he was one of the leaders. He said, got to go inside. You have to go inside. He was the instigator. Yep. And yet they've let him go for anything until now when his lawyer says he's going to be arrested. So that's a major breaking story. And the Secret Service as well. More about Hunter Biden and his background, by the way, all his drug arrests. If he were a regular citizen, they would never let him in the White House. anywhere near the White House. Secondly, thirdly, fourthly, and ninthly, the FDA has now said, good news for you 14-year-old boys who are having sex with your 13-year-old girlfriends. You no longer have to use a rubber. Yes, it's true. No more condoms, boys, because guess what? Your 13-year-old girlfriend can now go to the drugstore because the FDA says if you want a birth control pill, anybody can buy it. It's right there on the shelf. There you go. Congratulations. Boys, no more condoms.
All you need is the cojones to walk up
If you've got the balls to go up there as a 12-year-old girl and say, I'd like to buy, where do I get the birth control pills? They're right there on the shelf now.
I had to drag my girlfriend downtown to the ghetto to Planned Parenthood and sit through films of syphilis to get it.
Does this cloth smell like a puppy? It's 3:29, almost 3:30. Time for the 3:29 broke. a thing would fly the whole file. Look at it. We'll be back. Stand by. Look out. It's only I guess we're rocking and rolling.
Yes,
sir. If I can hear myself. 3:33. How you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer here on 106.3 with Pete Davis, sidekick producer and sports rec on tour extraordinaire, and Flounder's back at the station in control. We are live at. We got a camera, guys. A guy with a camera. All right, stand by. I think it's probably a secret FBI agent trying to get the goods on the Kimmer. In fact, I'm watching the trunk of my car because I know they're still after me with it. You know, they changed their chase cars again to freaking gray Camrys. The FBI chase cars to try to track me down to try to catch me for. Oh man, it's unbelievable.
You don't want them looking in your trunk.
I do not want them. Anyway, I'm sorry, Flounder. Play the song again because I don't know anything about this group here. If you would, sir, go ahead, view it. Here we go. They're fine. This is the New York Dolls.
Yeah.
On this day in 2004, Arthur Kane, the bass player, died. He was 55. He went to an L.A. emergency room complaining he was tired, and he was diagnosed with leukemia and was dead in 2 hours. Holy God!
Oh,
I was tired and he died of leukemia 2 hours later?
Don't you go to the hospital to get better?
Jeez, how long has he been feeling tired?
He should have stayed home.
Wow, the band, the New York Dolls, formed in 1972, made 2 albums. His wife wanted to honor her late husband's wishes and bury him next to former Dolls stars Johnny Thunders and somebody else in the thing.
Nobody knows who.
And nobody would let him do it because their remains were whatever.
People are eating.
Get rid. Never eat again. There we go. Get rid of that piece of crap there with the thing there. Okay. Now who are you? Do we know this guy?
I don't know. Maybe we do.
Put him on the microphone here if you don't mind. Thank you, Isaiah. Go ahead, put your heads on there. I see you with a camera. Clearly, you're invading our privacy, and there must be a damn good reason, sir. We're coming after you. Now put that thing down. We can't hear you. There you go. All right. Who are you?
I'm Todd Owens, and I wanted to surprise you.
You certainly did.
Holy!
Oh my
cow,
God, he's got to know. Oh my! Look at this rebel without a cause. That was our a set that I signed to you, and it says to Todd, Severify the Kimmer, and I think Wayne No Offense signed that. Oh my God, how close! That was back in what 2005 maybe or 6 maybe.
No,
oh my
before
God.
that, yeah.
Already autographed. Oh, that's so cool. Anyway, thank you. It's nice to see you.
My wife didn't believe me, and I'm like, I've got to go. I got to show.
Oh, well, we'll get a selfie with you or something before you go. Before you leave, we'll definitely get some video or pictures on us.
That'd be awesome.
Now, tell me, are you a longtime radio guy or a conservative radio listener? And how do you think about the media these days? And the whole deal.
Native Atlanta. My dad and I started listening to you and Bortz. And been listening ever since. So obviously I've been a fan and wanted to support everything and love listening to you guys all the time.
Well,
podcast or not.
Yeah, we did. Well, the radio. I mean, I can't believe what's happened to radio. The radio business as an industry in America,
and them selling the station out from underneath you.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
on purpose.
In fact, it's sour grapes, but we were so successful in that show, it paid for everything else, and that's why they were able to sell it because we brought the audience to that signal. I mean, it was, so we got punished for being successful. We lost our jobs because we were doing it too well.
Now, Shannon Burke helped a little too.
Oh, I mean, the whole station did, obviously, but our show was number one. Our show made more money than anybody else. That's what they said. So anyway, but it's just figured. And then everything went liberal and woke and all that crap. So.
And it's hard to find a good conservative talk show or anything on TV.
I know. I can't. I haven't watched mainstream television shows honestly in so many years I can't count. In fact, I think I brought it with me. There's a list of somewhere in here. Just for kicks, I clipped out the list of the Emmys. The HBO leading the Emmy nominations. I don't care.
Yeah.
Isn't that a shame? Did you? I mean, you're a lot younger than I am, but I mean, historically, people would always watch the Emmys and the Oscars,
and talk about it all.
Miss America, all that, and now I can't even stand it. Anyway, but Todd, it's great to see you, man. And before you go, but during the break or something, we'll take a picture and then whatever you want. Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. That's very kind. Fun. We're at Topgolf in Alpharetta. If you want to stop by, like many of our friends, we would love to say hi and chat. Mm-hmm. We were just going to talk. I won't mention any names.
Okay. One of the best moments of your life just happened. I'm not kidding.
It's true. And I will say this as surreptitiously, as delicately as possible. Many years ago, we're talking 50 years, 70s, mid-70s, late 70s, right, somewhere in that area. I had a crush on a particular woman.
Everybody did.
Oh, my God, stand by. It's a disaster. The camera's out in the public. Sorry of an interruption there.
Finish your story.
I had this, everybody just loved her. She was a doll and sweet and happy and wonderful. Okay. Nothing, I mean, never did anything. I was, da-da-da. So years go by. I later find out that it's possible that I might have actually had an opportunity to get to know this particular lady a little better.
Yeah.
Okay, would that be fair to say? Yeah. And I never knew that at the time, or I would definitely have taken advantage of that opportunity, as Pete would have and everybody else we know. Okay, fast forward, 40 years? All of a sudden I get a message today that she was talking to somebody who reminded her about somebody who was going to be seeing the Kimmer today, and she said, "Oh, I'd love to get in touch with him.
Give him my
email address."
And I watched that happen.
It's been 50 years almost, like 45 years probably.
The true story will never be told.
Yeah, the actual embellishment will never be known.
Because I've been privy to some historical Atlanta media stuff.
When he told me a couple of stories, I thought, oh, crap, you mean I could... There were two in particular that I will never get over.
One day I'll write the book. When you're all dead,
anyway,
I'll write the book.
So that was kind of fun. So anyway, we're live here goofing around at Topgolf in Alpharetta. I'd love to have you come by and say if you're in the area. I know it's rush hour traffic and it's afternoon, but
it's raining too.
Did it start raining?
Yeah, it started raining a few minutes.
Oh my God! I look behind us. We're right in the front window here at Topgolf, and it's not pouring. I mean, it's wet, but it's not it's not a storm or anything. I don't think. Anyway. That's good because I forgot to water my plants this morning. I have 5.
No, nobody cares.
I have 6 plants on my deck.
Nobody cares.
Well, I think my plants care. Anyway,
hey, my air fryer's been shipped. Amazon says my air fryer's on the way.
Oh my God! I just thought of something. I was talking to my daughter Sarah. Had a birthday yesterday, and among other things, for her birthday kind of tradition, she is actually taking my granddaughter, her daughter, Miss Molly, who's 9, to a Taylor Swift concert. Coming out, I believe, this weekend.
I'm sorry.
Well, the Taylor Swift concert is now like a 4-hour extravaganza, and the tickets are a few $100s and stuff like that. But guess what?
Right.
Sarah told me last night I was talking to her. Sarah said that her ticket, she has 2 tickets, and she said already she has been offered $3,000 a piece.
Take it.
A piece.
Take it.
And she said, no, I want to take my daughter to go see Taylor. How many times would you go to that 9-year-old girl to go see Taylor Swift? And they're going to dress up like
the rest of her life.
Well, no, you can't. I mean, who knows? I mean, again, she's working. Her husband's a lawyer, and so they're okay. It's not like they need the money to be pay their rent. But again, it'd be hard to turn down $6,000. If someone offers me $6,000, I'll say I'll go next time. But can you? I mean, you believe that already? And I'm sure it'll be. This was a week ago. I'm sure it's even higher now.
There's one concert in my life that I went to that I would not have given up that money for. That was Eric Clapton and Muddy Waters. That's the only one I can think of that I would say, no, I'm going to the concert. Everything else, I would have sold the ticket.
Wow. Who was you remember your first concert?
Yeah, you make fun of it all the time. Dave Mason.
We just disagree.
It's one soft song.
By the way, that's a great song. He's a balladeer. He's
no,
a
he's
love
not.
Song
he's a
expert.
rock and roll blues
man. He's a
man.
balladeer, love song singer.
It was the
we
loudest concert I
He
ever
sang
went to.
Peter, Paul, and Mary songs.
No, he did not.
Pitched it with the Browns. There's 3 bells.
He played
and
Taj Mahal
in the
type
village,
stuff.
Far away, little Jimmy Brown passed away. He did all those love songs. He didn't do those love songs. My first concert was
Liar.
My first concert in 1970 when I came back from the Marines was sang about a woman and you give yourself up to me. If you want to be a woman, I want to make love to you. But
Jim Croce?
No. And young girl, I can't
young
love
girl,
you, but I want to.
No, I don't know. Who you're
come on,
about.
you know who that? Who sang Young Girl?
If Jason was here, he could tell us.
If you're a woman, you're a woman now. Gary Puckett and Union Gap. Thank you. I got memory. Gary Puckett and Union Gap. That was my first concert. Gary Puckett and the Union Gap.
Never heard of him.
Oh, my God.
I'm kidding. I've heard of him.
Young girl.
Is he the one Springsteen brought back in the 80s? He gave him a hit song?
I don't know.
I have
no. Bruce Cheatstein? Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, where are we?
I have no idea where we are at this moment. You want to talk about the little hooers and talk about the little hooers and their birth control? I can't believe they get free birth control now.
The FDA has said, they have ruled that the normal birth control pill that requires a prescription has now been judged safe. They've literally said it's worth the risk of side effects have been proven so minor and so minuscule that it's available now. Anybody who wants it should be able to take it. So in other words, if it's on the shelf, your 12-year-old can buy the pill like she can buy aspirin.
That's
without a prescription.
They're trying to decrease the population. This is just another example of that.
But again, it's secular. And by the way, what do you think this means? You think every 14 or 15-year... And by the way, I assume teenage kids are...
like rabbits.
Most of them are having sex, right?
Like
Can we assume that?
Yeah.
So I'd imagine every 13, 14, 15-year-old boy is now saying, guess what, honey, I don't have to use this condom anymore because you're not going to get pregnant.
Which means STDs are going to rocket.
STDs are going to rise, and the clinics are going to rise, and everything's going to... I mean, it's a scheme.
I got to get hold of my broker and see if he can...
buy some Trojan N stock.
No, buy stock in clinics.
Clinic stock, yeah. Get rid of your Trojan N stock.
And penicillin.
But I mean, what a horrible event in American culture that all of a sudden a 13-year-old girl can buy birth control pills without telling mommy.
Less unwanted pregnancy is what they're looking at. Plus, they're trying to decrease the population.
On the other hand,
which is not a good thing.
Well, on the other hand, as a father, I have 2 daughters, and if it occurred to me, if I knew they were having sex, I'd rather not have them get pregnant.
Right?
So you can't be against anti-pregnancy for teenage girls.
In my day, we had to work for the pill.
You had to get to the back seat and hope you had a big enough car. No, I mean, really, you, as a father, you have to support non-pregnancy for children. Anyway, so it's a mess. I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
No more facing the embarrassment of going downtown to the Planned Parenthood.
I remember the first time I sneaked into a pharmacist, and I waited till everybody was gone.
Right.
And I said, like a 3-pack of Trojan Ns. And, of course, I never used them. I carried them in my wallet. And I had that little circle in my wallet for like 9 years.
Which they're not good anymore.
Oh, hell no. If I'd ever had a chance to use them.
So you got to actually go talk to them. Can you help me get the condoms?
In fact, never mind that part. All right, 3:46, time for the 3:45 break. It's only the Kimmer and Pete and Flounders back there somewhere at 106.3. Here we go. Look out. Is this us?
I think so.
Maybe turn up the volume a little. I can't quite. There we go. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. How you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer and Pete and the whole crew out here at Topgolf in Alpharetta. Is this Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I think so.
Red Hot Chili Peppers on this day in 1997. Their singer Anthony Cletus. Or Ketis? Hold on a minute.
Ketis.
Barkeep, I need a refill.
No.
Anthony, what do you mean no?
What's the word no mean?
Just up there, Red
It's
Rider.
an Anglo-Saxon word.
I'll
Means
give
no.
you a Sango-faxon here right now. Anthony Clytus, Akitas Kingangi, underwent 5 hours of surgery after he was in a motorbike wreck in Los Angeles in 1997. Red Chili Peppers. All right, fine. Historical. And I got a weird historical note here for you. I think was kind of interesting. And again, we're live at Topgolf, so I have a lot of all these news things, and I can't get to it. I don't
Amanda's
know why.
here.
Amanda's here. Where's Amanda?
She's hiding around the corner. She doesn't want to come
Amanda.
No, Focus.
No, we got to get Amanda over here. What are you talking about? She didn't come over to say hi
No, she
right
didn't.
away?
There's a reason for that.
Well, I'm kind of offended.
You should be.
Amanda.
Just focus on the show.
I'm screaming here at Topgolf. They're getting security guards over here. Leave me alone. We're working.
She's upstairs.
Oh, she went
Brandon
upstairs?
says she's upstairs.
To
get away from you.
I'll try not to take it personally.
I would.
Oh, my God. All right. Enough of this foolishness. Here's a weird story. 1955, on this date, England executed its last female killer. Her name was Ruth Ellis. Thousands of people protested outside Holloway Prison. She was hanged by the neck until she was dead. Here's how the Daily Mail reported the story of her crime in 1955. 6 revolver shots shattered the Easter Sunday calm of Hempstead, and a beautiful platinum blonde stood with her back to the wall. In her hand was a revolver. Her lover, a race car driver, wanted to call it all off. This is me talking now. But 2 things in today's society might have saved her from the hangman. Check this out, 1955. First of all, he used to beat the crap out of her. Mm-hmm. She actually testified in court, quote, "He only hit me with his fist or his hands, and I bruised really easily. Also, I'm really not positive that he caused my miscarriage when he was pummeling me in the tummy that time in a violent rage."
Yeah.
Also, one of her other lovers drove her to the scene of the crime and suggested how she'd take part in it. The trial lasted 1 day.
Yeah.
They found her guilty and hanged her.
Yeah.
You would think that maybe some of those circumstances might have led to them. You know, he was beating her, caused her a miscarriage, beat her forever, and a guy tried to convince her to do it and so forth, and none of that meant a damn thing.
You want to hear something interesting?
I do.
She was hung until she was dead,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
In 1720, a Scottish woman named Margaret Dixon was accused and convicted of abandoning the body of her newborn baby on the banks of the River Tweed.
Ooh.
Found guilty in Edinburgh, Scotland, she was sentenced to death. So in 1724, she was hanged, but somehow survived her hanging. She was allowed to go free because under Scots law, she could not be executed for a second time for the same crime. This is where we get the term hanged until dead. They changed the wording because of this.
Well, how could you possibly have a hanging that didn't result in death?
Well, sometimes the rope would slip or someone, it wouldn't fall far enough. You didn't snap their neck and they just sit there and they could still breathe a little bit.
Huh. Well, I don't know. I don't get it.
How could you screw up a hanging?
I don't know.
Scots.
I'll never know, and I'm sorry.
They're drunk. They're in whiskey. They're all drunk.
Was he trying to tell me something? Somebody came over, Brandon, the other day. Was he trying to?
He was telling me Amanda's upstairs.
Okay. Well,
and to quit yelling her name like a banshee over here.
Well, I'm a little upset that she didn't come by to say hi.
Well, there's a word for that.
Well, I think we know why.
She's abandoned you.
Han Solo and Indiana Jones. Harrison Ford is 81 today.
Damn. He's older than you?
He's older than I am. Yeah, way older than I am.
Damn.
Patrick Stewart, Professor Xavier, Captain Jean-Luc Picard. Mm-hmm. Patrick Stewart is 83.
One of the finest gentlemen I ever had the honor of interviewing.
Really?
Interviewing him. He was such a wonderful interview. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I'll be damned. Let's see. By the way, if you want to call us, here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230. We are at Topgolf in Alpharetta, having a little fun. And we do some news. I got some newsy things here. The FBI Director Chrissy the Cossack Ray, the coward of Atlanta, the chicken-livered, spineless, zero-backbone director of the Federal Gestapo investigation, admitted under oath yesterday that Ray Epps is a plant from the FBI, but since he used his value up, the henchmen at Ray's henchman division decided to hide the evidence in their special concealment division.
When did he say that?
Well, that was came out yesterday. Also, the director, who is a Russian double agent, Chrissy the Cossack, confirmed that, yes, there was a federal asset who planted the phony pipe bomb. And it was true, the undercover assets were not actually FBI agents. They were victims of the FGI's extortion and blackmail campaign run by Christopher Ray's special Gestapo Ops program. Gestapo Ops is kind of clever because it's like Gestapo in operations. Yeah. So he named it the Gestapo Ops program under Chrissy Ray's to the top echelon folks. If the Stooges fail to carry out the FGI's nefarious Democrat campaign tactics, they end up at a cell at Gitmo. So the Stooges they had helping the cover-up of the January 6th mostly peaceful non-insurrection was because they weren't FBI agents. They were victims of the FBI and had to do with the bidding of the FBI or else. Also, the spineless, cowardly king of lies also admitted under oath yesterday that, yes, he was hoping to kill Donald Trump when he ordered a full commando raid at Zero Dark 30, scorched earth policy raid on Mar-a-Lago, and he offered a reward of $100,000 to the FBI agent that put a bullet through Trump's heart.
He didn't.
And I swear to God, that's what I took away from the meeting was that he admitted all this stuff and said, okay, you got me. What are you going to do about it? It's a national investigation, and I'm really not allowed to talk about it.
That's true. By the way, it is storming here right now.
Yeah, it just started getting really bad.
It is really storming.
And luckily, I left about an inch down in both windows. So that
did you?
Oh yeah, I always do that.
I
always do in the heat. I leave about an inch down in both sides, hoping nobody's going to put a freaking hook or something in to pop my door and open up and steal my car.
It don't matter. It's flooded.
It's flooded now.
It's not going anywhere.
It's pouring. Yeah, it's flooding. There's water racing through the parking lot.
There goes your car.
There it is. Goodbye. It's floating away.
Have one of the interns go
really
check
your last chance of picking up a chick.
What's that? I think Flounder said something.
You should go check on it during the next break.
In the rain, I think I'll go out there right now.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get hit.
Oh, my God. Anyway, by the way, one more thing, too. Republicans are going nuts because an email from 2015 is now exposing the actual purpose of Vice President Crime Family, his visit to Ukraine, where he threatened to withhold $1 billion in U.S. aid. Remember that?
Yeah.
He said, if you don't fire the top prosecutor looking into the Hunter Biden and Burisma campaign, if you don't fire that guy, we're going to withhold $1 billion. And then President Shower's daughter actually bragged about it when he got the money, when he got his wish. They fired the prosecutor, and he says, "See, I told the bastards," and they did it immediately.
I thought it was $10 billion.
It's $5 million for each one, $10 million directly. But now the email has led to the truth that they actually have it in writing about the purpose that was concealed from the American people. No matter how you slice it, Hunter Biden's involvement, public corruption at the highest levels had to be investigated. They were discussing with Burisma executives and Ukrainian leaders and the top prosecutor executing a contract to counter message against any federal investigation into Burisma's founder and then President Zaglavsky, whatever his freaking name was. It was a cover-up. The ultimate purpose of the agreement was to shut down, quote, any cases, pursuits against Nikolai in Ukraine, referring to the guy who was paying Hunter and the family all that money. And it's in writing, and they caught him, and you know nothing's going to happen.
When we come back, we have a poem.
A poem?
About you.
A poem about the Kimmer. Oh, good.
From Goat Redneck Poet.
Oh, well, I can't wait. Anyway, it's 3:59. It's only the Kimmer, Pete, and Flounder and the gang here at Topgolf in Alpharetta. Hoorah, I got to go. You're killing me. We'll be back. Look out. Hold on.
Can't take you anywhere.
I'm bleeding.
Again.
What the hell did I do?
Who stabbed you this time?
I don't know. My elbow's red bleeding.
We have this beautiful tablecloth here, and you're bleeding.
Did I get bleeding all over the tablecloth? Oh, I did. I bled it.
Did.
Oh, God. Well, that's a
launder
heartbreaker.
that.
All right, hold everything. I can hear music.
burn
Let me
it.
figure out who this is here. Stand by. I got the full story. This must be Curtis Mayfield.
This is Chet Atkins.
No, Chet Atkins. Sorry.
Yeah, they're so similar. Chet Atkins, Curtis Mayfield.
Shut up. Curtis Mayfield, my butt. As Chet Atkins on this day in 1996 had 2,000 guitar players, including Chet Atkins and Skunk Baxter, setting a new world record for the largest jam session ever when they played Heartbreak Hotel for 75 minutes at Nashville's Riverfront Park. The previous record for playing Heartbreak Hotel, I guess was it just because it was Heartbreak Hotel, or was it for, God, my back is killing me, or was it because, was it that particular song or just any song? Anyway, Chet Atkins and all these guys set a world record for the largest jam session ever. Played Heartbreak Hotel for 75 minutes at the Riverfront Park in Nashville. The previous record was in Canada the previous May. But anyway, Chet Atkins, there you go. Famous guitar picker. Let's see what else we got here. Another quick birthday maybe. How about Roger McGuinn is 81.
Oh, the
He's
Byrds.
The Byrds lead singer. 8 Miles High, Turn. My back page is
Very
Mr.
talented.
Tambourine Man.
All Bob Dylan songs?
Yep.
Basically.
There you go. Pretty cool. All right, let's see. Hold on a second. I guess that's enough for
We
now.
got a poem.
We have a poem. It's Pete and Kimmer and Flounders back at the station. And there's and actually the Rhinos here because they've got a meeting of small business folks here at Topgolf at 6 o'clock, and we're here doing the show live before that. Anyway, and we have somebody sent a poem, a
We
poem.
posted on Kimmer's Twitter page.
Yes.
And I posted a photo of the Rhino working furiously in the corner by himself. And Goat Redneck Poet said, "Watch out for that guy. He gets naked at the drop of a hat."
That's what I heard.
So, which, by the way, Rhino confirms.
Yeah,
he does
he
get
does
naked at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
So I was going through this little Twitter thing here.
Yeah.
And Goat Redneck Poet actually put out a poem not too long ago. Says,
Redneck Poet?
Goat Redneck Poet.
Goat Redneck. All right. So
I dig the morning extra with Carlos, Tug, and Rhino. Unlike Russia's old station, 106.3 doesn't blow. Kimmer calls them bastards. Being a Marine, he gets a pass. He may be 104, but he can still kick their...
No, remember my slogan, and I told this to the morning guys several weeks ago. I said my slogan. Remember, if even with a Marine, I'm an old Marine. If I'm an old Marine, and even if an old Marine is too old to fight, I'll just kill you. I mean, I don't have a problem.
I'm not going to run.
No, I'm not going to. No, it's over.
No, I'm just going to kill you.
I'm not going to mess with you. Leave me alone.
With one finger.
Oh, mercy. It's 4:06. How you doing? Pete and the Kimmer and the Flounders back there. We're at Topgolf in Alpharetta. And Cindy and Sweetie are here, and we've met a lot of good friends and had some fun. And, in fact, Cindy just bought me an adult beverage.
She did. Cindy, don't do that again.
No, keep it coming. And so we're just having fun up here till 6 o'clock. And again, it's not mobbed either. I mean, if you want to come up and hit some balls,
there's some people here, but it's not full yet.
It's not like there's plenty of places to park. And by the way, I think it stopped raining.
Yes, it was a thunderstorm.
So
it's over now.
Blue skies are out again, so I think we're fine. Your President Crime family is at it again. He's made more than one speaking gaffe on his trip to Lithuania this week to shore up the Ukraine support, although he kind of threw them under the bus. Talking with NATO people in Lithuania, President Potato Head called Ukrainian President Zelensky Vladimir. Apparently, he keeps confusing the two leaders of Russia and Ukraine. He gets them mixed up. He called the president of Ukraine Vladimir. Not realizing his mistake, he said, I guess I shouldn't be so familiar, Vlad, and referred to him as Mr. Zelensky. Later, he confused the two nations again. He said, Russia needs to stop its humane attacks on Russia by Ukraine. And so, on Ukraine by Russia. Yeah, that's what I meant. And then he was clearly losing the war in Iraq. Yeah, Iraq. That's your president, ladies and gentlemen. And again, we've heard the comments yesterday from Vice President Shiftless and Lazy. Oh my God! Between the two of them, I still don't think he's going to be on the ticket. I think they're going to find some way to get him off. They can't have him run. And by the way, every time I see the interviews now, and all I watch is Fox until they get stupid. But I don't know whether the mainstream media is doing much coverage of it. But Robert Kennedy Jr. is looking more and more like a serious candidate that they're going to get over the whole vaccine virus business, and that's going to be a side issue that's not going to be their main thing.
Even Rand Paul, the senator for Kentucky, said, I've never met him, but he interests me, and I'm going to talk to him.
I guarantee you. When he announced, I said, "There's your guy." It's not going to be the California Newsom governor. I mean, he's the worst governor of the worst state. They can't possibly. I can't imagine. And I'll bet you they're going to find a way to have Robert Kennedy Jr. be the standard bearer for their ticket.
If the Democrats get the Kennedy whiff in their nose,
that's right. Well, it's
you know
here.
How they are.
It's here. And again, I promise you, every time I've seen him interviewed in the last few days, they ask about, okay, what's the deal on you and vaccines? So you hate vaccines? No, I don't hate vaccines. You know, as long as he can explain the issue philosophically of being anti-whatever for experimental medicines,
right.
That's a whole different thing. And I think that, honestly, he's smart. He knows what he's talking about. He's an old-fashioned Democrat. I mean, he's a serious Democrat.
On a lot of things he's wrong on, but you can talk to him.
But the Democrat Party's wrong. I mean, we don't agree with the Democrat Party's platform. So I mean,
he's sane.
Yeah. He's not an idiot, and they can't put Carmela in there. I mean, my God, and they're impossible.
Kamala.
All right, is that her name? 409. Okay, a couple of things going on here today. This is absolutely appalling. In Wisconsin, there was a World Naked Bike Ride.
Was Rhino in it?
Yeah, it's called the World Naked Bike Ride as part of Body Pride event activities in Wisconsin, okay?
All right.
And it takes place all over the world, various events by the World Naked Bike Ride. And they call it a protest against oil dependence, anti-bike infrastructure, sexualization of bodies, and body disempowerment. Those are the things why they're having the protest. I don't know what that means. And the event is called Bear As You Dare. Our message to the world is one of simplification, human harmony, and love. For a future to be working with tomorrow's generation, we have to stop wasting the lifeblood energy of the earth, stop fighting and killing in the name of consumerist wealth accumulation, and learn to love and respect all life on this planet. Okay, now, it was a parade, naked bike riding, among other things. In the parade was a 4-year-old girl who was naked, attending the bike naked ride, and the local police investigated and found out that in that town in Wisconsin, there were no laws violated by having a 4-year-old naked girl be part of a naked bike ride protest. A photo posted to Facebook showed the girl and 4 adults naked except for shoes and a helmet, and her fanny was visible. Some of the attendees complained about the appearance of a naked little girl as totally inappropriate. Well, no kidding. My God. The police department's Special Victims Unit, this is Wisconsin, reviewed the photo depicting the naked girl being part of the naked bike ride and determined Wisconsin statutes on possession of child pornography, because her picture was on Facebook. The statutes on child pornography did not apply because the photo was not sexual in nature. I don't know what to say.
First of all, nobody in Wisconsin should be naked ever. Secondly, that's pedophilia is what that is. It's just another example of it.
I can't believe it. Who in their right mind would think that having a little... I think she's 4. I'm not sure they actually say in here. It's a little girl. I mean, I don't think she's 11. I mean, it's a little girl, toddler child. And she's naked as part of the protest. What parent would allow this to happen?
The nut jobs.
That other people could look at their naked daughter? I mean, that's Perversion. Is this anything but perversion?
That's actually.
Am I so out of touch I don't understand this?
We have a phone call.
Excellent phone call. I love phone calls. 412. Let's get him on the radio. Who is this? What do you want? Oh, sorry. No, that was wrong. I'm sorry. Who is this?
It was Samir, but he hung up. He hung up about 15 minutes ago.
Oh, Samir.
Just as we went to him, he hung up.
Damn. Well, I'm sorry, man. I didn't know you were there. Well, again, we're flying by the seat of our pants. But, I mean, Isaiah's doing a great job, Brandon. Everybody's doing a wonderful job putting this all together. But we're live. We're sitting in a freaking window at Topgolf in the rain, in the parking lot. So, I mean, it's
and
we're
loving it.
It's not going to be like the studio. This is great to be here, but it's not, once in a while we'll, miss a break or something. So don't worry about it. All right, anyway, so call back 404-741-1230. We'll love to talk to you, and I'll try to
just break in there, Flounder, and say he's on the line.
I'll try to do better. It's 413 with the Kimmer Pete and everybody here, and Cindy and Sweetie and more at 106.3. Here you go.
Okay.
I think we're on the radio. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer on 106.3 with Pete Davis and Flounders back at the station. We are live at Topgolf in Alpharetta. And is this Curtis? I can't.
Curtis Mayfield?
The volume's a little low in the back.
Of course
there.
it is.
1990, Curtis Mayfield was badly injured after a strong gust of wind blew a lightning rig onto him.
Lighting.
During it says a lighting rig fell on him during a concert outside in Brooklyn, New York.
Yeah.
My goodness, that's good. Anyway, here's the number, 404-741-1230, 741-1230 if you'd like to call us. And we have actual topics and news and things. But in fact, we have a call. Here's, I'm told that Laura is on the horn from a city other than somewhere in Georgia. Laura, welcome. How are you doing, baby? Nice to have you aboard. What's up?
Hey, Kimmer. Hey, Pete. This is Laurie from Mobile, Alabama.
Laurie. Hey, Laurie. How's it going?
I'm a 2 or 3 cheeseburger person, plus a long-time listener.
You helped us make that podcast when they fired us all and sold us out, stabbed us in the back. We did the podcast, and sweet people like you, Laurie, kept us going on there with your cheeseburger money every month. And I promise you, if there was any way, if I ever hit the lottery, I'm paying all of you back, and with interest. We appreciate it. You're very
Kimmer,
sweet.
we love y'all. But I got something to remind you. I called the other day. We talked about Sophia. I said she's a bot.
Well, yeah, remember? Right. That's right. Yes, ma'am.
She's coming to see you today, she said. Remember?
Well, I hope so. I'd love to meet her.
I just saw him.
I'm dying to meet her.
I'll bet they roll her in here on a platform, some kind of machine, you know.
Dolly.
I love it.
Well, I can't wait, because she's supposed to be coming today, and I can't wait to see what the bot looks like.
Well, I promise you, if she shows up, we're getting video, and it's going on
There's
Rumble and everything else, too.
A cattle carp just pulled up.
That might be the one. Well, Laurie, you're so sweet. I'm so glad you called, and you're really, really sweet of you to pay attention to us, because we're just doing the best we can and having fun. Thank you, sweetie. Have a great.
And
excellent.
I just want you to know y'all are about the same age, and I get tickled at you because you sound like him, and with that Marine crap, and it's just awesome. Oh yeah, and there's nothing to see or nothing to hear. Move on in the White House. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Can you believe it? I mean, do you believe?
No.
Have you ever in your ever in your life? Can you imagine having cocaine in the White House and a guy like Hunter Biden? By the way, I don't know whether you know this or not. Hunter Biden was kicked out of the Navy because they caught him doing cocaine. Hunter Biden was arrested in 1988 for cocaine. His daddy, the Senator Joe Crime Family, had the record expunged. That was one in 1988. No charges. Also, this was at the same time when President Showers with daughter was the one who was responsible for that very tough crackdown on cocaine charges for people who go to prison forever because of it. That was his idea. He also, Hunter Biden, when he also got caught leaving his crack pipe in a rental car. Nothing ever happened, although they could prove it was his, and he left it in the rental car. Also, the daughter Ashley. She has there's video of her from years past doing a line of cocaine. She was also caught fighting a police officer after being caught on drugs. Those charges were dropped because of Joe Biden. I'm telling you, if these people were average citizens and their names were Bing Bang and Fung Fong, and they showed up and said, we'd like to take a tour of the White House, and their names were run through a computer, they would not be allowed on the property. They would not be allowed on the property. The white trash family doesn't deserve to be living there. Anyway, did we lose Laurie? I think we probably lost Laurie.
You started
she probably
yelling.
said, I can't take it anymore.
Started yelling at her. And
thank you, sweetie. Anyway, Laurie, no, you're so sweet for happening. Oh, Cindy's coming over here again. Watch out, Stan. But she bought me a beverage, all right?
Yes, she did.
Yes, she did.
I'm going to cut you off here.
Very, very
We're going to have what's that, rotisserie?
Rotisserie chicken. Well, I told him, no, put me on live remotes. I warned him. I said, you put me out here and live in front of people and stuff, and anything's going to happen, and I guarantee you that.
Bar.
You guys want to tell them the Tanner story?
It was back when we used to do golf, back when we were actually popular and people were listening. We were actually on the radio.
We're on the radio.
And I had a couple of Kimmer golf tournaments. We had the Snowball Open. We had the Not the Kimmers Irish Open. In fact, remember that when the first year we had the Kimmers Irish Open, and then the second year they just wanted to call it the Irish Open. And I said, well, thank you very much. So Danny McLefty was working at Divot Sports Golf Wear stuff. Made up. I still have it in the trunk of my car. I think right now I have a wind shirt that says Not the Kimmers Irish Open. Anyway, so we did here, and we were at Chastain Park. We were doing anyway, and one day we were doing the show, and then after we did the charity tournament, and I did my show live in Buckhead, or right in Sandy Springs, I guess it was, at Tanner's Chicken Rotisserie.
Yeah.
And I was so hammered because that was, in fact, I was telling Pete I had a great memory. We were on the golf course, and we were all doing shots of Jägermeister, which, by the way, is freaking medicine. I mean, that's
I love it.
God.
I love it.
God, it was horrible. Anyway, so one of our guys on a cart was driving around with Jägermeister bottles, and we were all just taking shots on the golf course. So we were hammered, and there were two beautiful girls who were hanging around with me for some reason on the golf course. And I remember we were doing a few too many shots, and I remember putting my arms around the both of them, and I said, boy, I would love to see you girls kissing right now, just a little kiss. And so they did. They just get a little kiss for the camera. I said, oh my God, I'm dreaming here. I'm dreaming. Anyway, so we get back. We do the live shot from the restaurant.
Yeah, your show from the restaurant.
The show, 3 to 6 p.m. at the show in the restaurant, and I was so hammered, I was calling it the Chinner's Chicken Rotisserie the whole damn time.
You sent the sports guy back. I'm going to say who it was. You sent the sports guy back, and he fell off the stool in the studio, and we had to pick him up and put him back on the stool.
He was trying to keep up with a Kimmer. That's always dangerous.
We were driving around in those golf carts and passing out Jägermeister like they were Tic Tacs.
Oh, that stuff is horrible. It's freaking medicine.
Oh, God, I love cough medicine.
In fact, tell the story of Jägermeister. You know the story of it, right?
It's German. I know that.
No. It's actually medicine. I mean, it's German. And do you know the story of Jägermeister?
Mike knows.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, it tastes just like Vicks Formula 4D, if you ask me.
It's not booze. It's not an aperitif or anything. It's not a cognac or anything else. It's horrible.
It's Jägermeister.
It's just stuff they poured in together, and it tasted like crap. And then someone said, "Geez, you know what? You know how you have Haagen-Dazs ice cream? Haagen-Dazs isn't Haagen-Dazs. It's Fred and Bill's, Johnny Smith's ice cream. Okay, it's not Haagen-Dazs.
Made up. Yeah.
It's not Denmark or anywhere else." And so somebody said, "Well, geez, let's pretend it's German, and we'll call it Jägermeister." And we'll sell it as a special thing, and it worked.
It worked.
It's crap. It's not. It's horrible. It's not a German special aperitif or something.
Cognac.
My God! And it goes boing right to your head. So
it makes you do crazy. I'll tell you what, it makes you pass out at the county court on St. Patty's Day, and you wake up walking up Roswell Road 2 hours later.
And you did.
And the only reason you wake up is it starts to rain.
Yeah, Pete, that's a true story.
It's true, and I'm not going to say what happened the rest of the evening.
I remember. Was that the Three Cases Cafe, or what the hell was it?
County Cork.
Yeah, but what was the other one? We used to go to the little cafe up there.
I don't remember.
The Three Deuces. I don't remember that.
I was drinking with the Irish guard. What was his name? From Ireland. I didn't understand a word he said.
Top of the morning. What's that, Flounder? I didn't hear you.
Is it $3 Cafe you're talking about?
$3 Cafe.
That's down the road on Far Road, yeah.
Anyway. By the way, a couple of birthdays of note. Can you jack up the volume just a hair on my thing here with the thing? I don't know which one is which. I don't know. I think it's one of those. That's fine. Yeah, you got it. Whatever that was.
One of them launches the nuclear bomb.
Ken Young or Jung. You pronounce it
Young.
Young is 54 in the Hangrove movies. Dr. Ken, of course.
He used to
Community.
be funny.
Did he turn kind of goofy or something?
Yeah, he's on that show where they rate the bad singer, the masked singer or something.
Yeah.
And he got up.
Isn't he kind of?
It was Rudy Giuliani. Who was it they kicked off? It was Rudy Giuliani or somebody like that. And he got up and stormed out.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Please.
I mean, you're a freaking actor on a comedy show. It's not like you have to set the stage for what matters in American culture now.
He was a doctor before he did that.
Well, go back to being what's that got to do with it? I don't trust, you trust your all of a sudden doctors now ask you, are you guys leaving? Oh, you just got here. Oh, my God. Come on over and say hi. There you go.
That's a Hawaiian shirt. I love that shirt.
Hey, baby, how's it going? Who are you?
Donna Rice.
Donna Rice, right. And who's your friend?
Rice?
That's your father here? No, we're only missed you.
Rick and Donna Rice. We have met you before.
You look familiar up at like a comedy club or somewhere. Did we?
Club and the Showcase Camera.
Oh, there you go. Oh my God, that was
goes
like
back.
1997 or something. Oh my God, with hang me. Oh my God, what a treat to come by and say hi. Well, and Pete Davis, of course. Are we taking a break?
Yeah, we got to tell you
We're
the
late for a
music's
break.
playing.
It's great to see you. We'll come by and take a picture of some. Okay. Oh, what a treat. All right, it's 4:29, and we're just goofing around here, as you can tell, until they shut me down with the Kimmer Pete and everything. All right, Topgolf and Alfredo, come by and say hi. Get out. You got to go. You're killing me. Thanks, too.
My dad was in the mine.
Excellent. I'm sorry we're on the radio here.
You're not sorry.
Hey, I told him, you bring me out in public, I talk to people. What can I tell you? I don't
Sorry,
care,
not sorry.
The radio's secondary right now. They're actually humans here. Anyway, look out. It's 4:35. It's Only the Giver with Pete Davis, and we're live at Topgolf in Alpharetta. And by the way, the Rhino is here because he's being part of a small business thing they have at 6 o'clock tonight. And we're here kind of just before. They're just having fun and being out in public. It's beautiful. It turned out hot and sunny now.
Nice.
It rained for a while. It's got to be steamy and hot out there, but it's beautiful. It's summer in Georgia. My God. I'm sorry, Flounder. Play a little music there for us, if you will, sir. It's fine. Hi, Tito. Yes. In 1987, Michael Jackson's representatives of 50 of America's largest record retailers were guests at Michael Jackson's home in Encino, California, to preview his new album, Bad. It would go to sell more than 30 million copies. What a talent.
Yeah.
I never really appreciated it, I think, until later. But a lot of us, if I hear his songs now, The Man in the Mirror and Bad, and I mean, there are 4 or 5 of his songs that I really, at the time, didn't appreciate, but really do appreciate his great music and just
like
the
Billie
entertainment.
Jean. I like Billie Jean, but I really didn't get into him until later. What was the one who kept grabbing
Billie
his
Jean,
crotch?
too.
He jumped up on the car and grabbed his crotch, and Slash played the guitar riff on it.
Black or White.
Black or White.
Black or White, another great song.
I love that song. Yeah, that's a good song.
By the way, a great song, musically.
I remember watching the video when it first came out with my grandmother, and she's watching him jumping up on the cars and grabbing his crotch. She's going, what the
hell
is
is that? Yeah, I'm sure I understand what's going on there. Anyway, Michael Jackson, what a talent, and gone just they enabled him and.
That's true.
Overprotected him. He never had. He claimed he complained once that he never had a childhood. That's all he had was a childhood. Anyway, what a shame. Cameron Crowe, the writer-director of Jerry Maguire, Almost Famous, Say Anything, Vanilla Sky, Fast Times at Ridgemont High. This guy's got quite a resume. Cameron Crowe is 66 today.
Worked for Rolling Stone for a long time.
By the way, that the movie Almost Famous, that's a really good movie.
Everybody loves
that. In fact, the end of that, I haven't seen it in years, and then I saw just the end of it like a year ago, and I had forgotten how touched I was at the way it ended at the girl's house.
And you know who the mother was?
I can't remember. Yeah.
The girl from barf.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, now it passed. What's her name from the Minnesota story?
Frances McDormand.
Frances McDormand. Yeah. A great actress, and that was a really good. If you haven't seen it, Almost Famous. It's got to be from like 78 or 82 or something.
Billy Crudup was going to be a bigger star than he turned out to be.
I know, he disappeared. But
he's done a lot of stuff. He just isn't a huge star.
Well, I don't know anything of these done other than that.
He did. What was that one where there was a comic book, The Watchmen? He did that.
Never saw it.
You've seen some stuff he's been in, but he's kind of an everyman.
Yeah. Anyway. If you haven't seen Almost Famous, it comes up. It's interesting. It's a different movie, and I really like the ending of it. And I love that little blonde girl who's the daughter of what's her name,
Kate
Hudson.
Kate Hudson.
Yeah, just adorable.
She's blowing his
are
kisses.
you leaving, sweetie? God bless you guys. Thank you so much, Cindy with a Y.
Cindy. One Y.
Are you coming over for a little hug? Sugar. All right, baby.
Getting a little hug there. Okay. Watch those hands.
Girl. I don't think your husband's too happy about that. You're so sweet.
He likes to watch.
Thank you, guys. God bless you. But really, thank you so much. That was really above and beyond.
A smile. You're on candid camera, by the way. We got some stalker taking photos.
Well, I'm not sure about that. Danger.
Danger, Will Robinson.
That's for sure. Anyway, if you want to join us on the phone, we love phone calls. 404-741-1230. 741-1230.
Can I tell my story?
Please do.
404-741.
1230. 1230.
On the way over here, I decided to stop by an old Shake Shack there on Haynes Bridge.
Oh, yeah, check this out.
So I go in there. I've only been to Shake Shack once before. That's Perimeter Mall. The food was okay, but the service was horrible. This one was clean, immaculate. The service was great, and the food was really good.
Excellent.
But I go into the bathroom.
Yeah.
And there's 2 bathrooms, and I see a little neon sign for the girl, neon sign for the guy. And I walk back there. I got 2 choices, and it says gender neutral. and like there's 14 things on the sign. I was like, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to walk in on a girl or something? Will I walk in here? It was kind of an uncomfortable moment there.
So they both said gender neutral?
Both of them said gender neutral.
Well, how are you supposed to figure that out?
I just burst right on in, so I'm coming through.
And was there a girl in there?
Not going to say.
Well, my God.
But my hearing is coming up on the 17th.
Yeah, I was going to say. I mean, how are you supposed to figure that out?
Thank God it's locked. You know, you have a lock on the door. And who wants to touch that, by the way?
Yeah, but I don't want to be in a place where some girls in there doing girl stuff.
I know.
I mean,
and you got to put the lid down every time. You can't leave the lid up.
Leave it up and make them, what the hell?
I'm a gentleman.
Who runs the joint?
Southern gentleman.
Oh, my God. Now, Shake Shack is the one.
Be careful with that.
Wasn't that I remember one on, no, I shouldn't.
There's one at Perimeter. There's one on Haynesbridge, and I don't know where.
There used to be one in, not Vine, on Cobb Parkway before you get to the Perimeter or something, in that little shopping center area.
Yeah.
And there was a bunch of little restaurants in there. And the last time I think I went to the Shake Shack, known for their shakes.
They're okay.
And then they had, burgers and stuff, but it was,
small little burger.
Years and years.
French fries are okay. The shake is not, if you call yourself the Shake Shack, the shake should be something
super. All
otherworldly.
Butter. Yeah, all butter, sugar, and
it was just good.
Whipped cream.
Chick-fil-A's are better.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, we have Clayton on the line. He wants to talk to you guys.
Let's get a phone call. It's Clayton joining us here with the Kimmer and Pete, and we're at Topgolf in Alpharetta. Hello, Clayton. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good, Kimmer. It's great to hear you guys. Hope you're having a good time today. Just wanted to let you know that. Yeah, I believe you. I just want to let you know that I saw Miles Davis at a free concert in Grant Park in Atlanta back in the late 80s play a song that was, it started off kind of slow, and everybody's going, I know that song. And finally one of us remembered, that's Human Nature by Michael Jackson. And it was beautiful. And
really?
A great time. Black and white folks getting along. I mean, that was the late 80s.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. and by the way, that his song Black and White, I liked it as a song, and I liked it as a message, and I thought it was a great talent. What a shame.
Yep, and Weird Al's bad and fat and
Weird Al Yankovic
were awesome. They were awesome takeoffs of that. Anyway, thanks for your show. Thanks for all you do.
Thanks, Clayton. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Again, thank you. Our number is 404-741-1230, 1230. And it's great to have you with us here on the old Kimmer and Pete show.
Where's the best milkshake you ever had? It's probably a little mom and pop store somewhere, wasn't it?
Well, honestly, I will tell you this. When I grew up as a kid in the Northeast, there was a restaurant chain, which I think is still operating in parts of the Northeast, called Friendly's.
Yeah, there's a Friendly's up in Dahlonega. Or
they're still there? I know they were there
400.
years.
Keep going up 400.
But it's like the only one in the South. I mean,
there's a few Friendly's around now.
I didn't even know that. But again,
South Carolina,
as a kid, and the thing about Friendly's was they had two things. I would get cheeseburgers. Oh, God, I have such a great memory. My starter wife, my favorite ex-wife, who actually did love me, the one who did love me.
That's what you said.
Well, no, I have to keep reminding myself because I want to take, other than wasting the last 30 years thinking I was, it was a fantasy. As it turned out, I was out of my freaking head. So, but the one who did love me, when we were,
milkshakes.
We were dating, and we would go to the Friendly's, and the Friendly's would make their cheeseburgers on sandwich bread, square, like Wonder Bread.
Oh.
And they were grilled cheeseburgers. It was a grilled cheeseburger, and it was a grilled cheese sandwich with a burger. And it was a grilled
like
cheeseburger,
Waffle House does.
Yeah, pretty much. But the Friendly would cut them into 3 pieces.
That's weird.
They would cut them into 3 pieces, and I can't believe I remember this. And they cost 35 cents. 35 cents for a cheeseburger cut into a grilled cheeseburger cut in 3 pieces. And my starter wife, the one who actually did love me, we would go to there and we'd have after a date or a movie or whatever, and she'd say, "Oh, I don't want anything. I'll just take a bite of yours." Yeah. And her mouth would open like a freaking shark, like a great white, and the jaws would unhinge and wow. And I'd say, so I swear to God, I'm not making this up. I would order 2, and she said, "No, I don't want anything." I said, "Fine. I'd like 2 cheeseburgers, please." I swear to God. Thank you. Bye, baby. Thank you.
Send me
Thank you. You're
second
so
goodbye.
sweet.
We
She's
have
sending
Rob
wonderful
on the line.
hug
He wants to
messages.
talk with you guys.
Rob's on the line.
Okay. Anyway, and so that was, but the reason, thank you, sweetie. And the bottom line was they also had a milkshake called the Awful Awful. And it was all ice cream, basically. It was so thick you had to eat it with a spoon. And it was good ice cream, and it was sweet and rich and milky and everything.
Jason's leaving.
Hey, Jason, God bless you. Mr. Shane, there he is. Kingston Trio, baby.
Old Atlanta
Scotch
Stumps.
and soda.
Old Atlanta Stumps.
Old Atlanta Stumps. And now, I'm sorry, who's on the line? It's
Rob.
Rob?
Oh,
well, we got a
gotta
break.
break. Yeah.
If he can hold, we'll give him a pony or something. It's 4:45. I'll be right back. I'm serious. I promise. Swank. Bruce Cheatsting. Here with the E Street Band on this day, 1974. Played a big show residency in the Bottom Line in New York City. That's when he decided to start cheating on his brand new wife because he's a horn dog. Mark Jack. Bruce Cheatsting.
Did you hear what the lyrics? I had a wife and kids in Baltimore, Jack.
Yeah.
I went out for a walk and never came back.
Came back. That's right. Went out for cigarettes and disappeared on his wife. He cheated on that beautiful actress girl in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, she was pretty.
For that skanky redhead that he married.
Yeah, she was skanky.
Bialfa or something?
Patty Scalfa.
Oh, jeez.
Backup singer.
I mean, whatever. Fine. If you're going to be a cheat, you might as well cheat and marry the girl. How unusual is that, by
and
the
had
way?
kids with her, and they're still together.
Then I'm happy for the fact that he's a cheating scumbag.
He didn't throw it away for nothing.
No, he didn't. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Quick birthday. We got Rob. Rob, hold on. I'll be right with you. Stand by, Rob. Be right with you. I promise to God. A couple of sports things, Pete. I probably should save these. In fact, I will. I'm going to save those till 5 o'clock. In the meantime, birthday list includes Richard Marin. I was tricking you.
Sorry.
Richard Marin is 77, otherwise known as Cheech Marin from Cheech and Chong. He gets his name from chicharron, which is Spanish for pork rind.
Chicharron.
Cheech Martin. And I played golf. When I told you, and I did my video at Pebble Beach when I shot 77 from the tips at Pebble Beach, and we went in to Danny McLefty and Craig Forney, and we had the PGA pros who played with me, and we went in to have lunch at the Pebble Beach Club, and I sat next to Roger Staubach and Cheech Marin.
Huh. That's a combo you wouldn't expect.
They weren't at the same. It was two different tables, but it was those two guys, and I saw Cheech Marin on the golf course, as I recall.
He loves golf.
Yeah. And he's, a golf guy. Anyway, so that was kind of fun. Talk about a bucket list. I mean, who'd have thought,
was. It's not flying a Spitfire over the English Channel, but
it's not like
close.
Pete Davidson. It's not like flying I mean, again, I would, I don't have the $75,000 that you did to pay for that $120,000 trip. It cost him $100,000 to get there and then $75,000 for the 20-minute airplane ride.
It was an hour plus.
No, it was an hour. Well, that makes all the difference. Anyway.
You have to ride it and fly it.
Look out. Here we go. Hold on.
Rob.
I call drinking.
Rob's on the phone here.
I thought he left. Rob, are you with us? Rob, how's it going, man? What's up?
Can you hear me?
Well, yes, sir.
Hello.
We can hear you loud and clear. What's going on? Welcome, Rob. How are you? I hope you can hear us.
You started talking about a place that I grew up around. It was Friendly's. I grew up in Western Mass myself, and they were headquartered in Wilbraham, but I was on the other side of the city. But the thing is, you were talking about the awful, but the fantastic burger they used to make was called the Big Beef Cheeseburger Special.
The Big Beef, but I never liked that one because it wasn't the same as the regular cheeseburger. It was a grilled cheeseburger sandwich. It was so good, and they cut it in 3 pieces, and I don't know why I liked that. For some reason, it was so delicious, and I'm going to go home tonight. I'm going to stop at the store and buy some freaking hamburger, and I'm going to go make a grilled cheeseburger tonight for dinner.
The Big Beef Cheeseburger Special also was grilled bread with 2 patties, though, and a bunch of cheese in it. It was a bomb.
Yeah.
I was.
Oh, they were delicious. Yeah, and the awful was basically all ice cream in a big container.
Friendly's was our go-to place in lieu of Sunday church.
Yeah, well, I mean, everybody went to Friendly's. It was a place to go after any event or before, whatever. It was a place to go. And I'm glad to see they're around in the South too. Anyway, well, boy, how long you been down here in the South, Rob?
1980.
1980, excellent. What about here because of a job or what?
Yeah, I moved here with a new company, but I moved here from Michigan, but I grew up in Western Mass.
I'll be darned. Yeah, the Berkshires were home for a long time, a resort area. And,
43 years. We can probably take the dam off Damn Yankee at this point.
I would think we probably could. Yeah. Anyway, Rob, welcome south, brother, and great to talk to you, man. And thanks south, for the memories too. Sorry, that was wrong in every way. Well, when I started here in '72, it was their 50th anniversary.
Who cares?
Yeah, I know, scumbags. They stabbed me in the back. Oh, they tried to. They tried to set me up. They tried to get Larry Munson too at the same time.
Keep moving.
Scumbags.
Keep moving.
No, I'm not moving.
Thank you.
Yeah, you can all eat me. How about that?
We're walking here. We're walking
Yeah, I'm working here.
to the next subject. What is the next subject, Jay? What Jay has in the box?
Thank you.
Come on, Jay, bring it down.
Who's the Jay Thomas or whatever? Who's that? It was just Jay, plain Jay.
Jay
Did he have a last
something.
name?
Yeah, he didn't.
Wilson, Jay.
I don't know. That's a
Jay. Who the hell was the
It's door number
announcer?
3 or what Jay has in the box.
I'll be damned.
Yeah, whatever.
And remember Monty, what's his
Monty
name?
Hall.
Anybody who's got a mint in their pocket, they'll give you $50
People
or whatever.
did.
Yeah, and they had it.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Old-fashioned TV. Yeah. Anyway, how about this? In Michigan, if you don't think we're all getting woke now, and again, I can understand one part of the story. There are two parts to it. The first part I understand. The second part I don't. High school in Michigan District, Plymouth Canton Community School Board, wherever that is in Michigan, they have voted now to dismiss the mascot and the logo to a certain high school district because the mascot was a chief, an Indian chief, a Native American Indian chief.
How?
What's that?
How?
Well, however it would be appropriate. So they decided no more chief mascot. It was offensive, much like the Cleveland Indians mascot and so forth.
That was offensive. Chief Wahoo was
Wahoo
offensive.
was stupid. It was wrong in every way. One student who identified as a Native American supported the change because he said the chief symbol was one of colonialism, and he said he had to compete under the arrowhead mascot. That was the second part, a symbol of colonialism. They got rid not only of the mascot, which is a chief, but they got rid of the logo, which was an arrowhead. I'm telling you, I remember the first time I actually put my hands on an old Indian arrowhead.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And I thought, oh my God, this was real. I mean, this could be 400 years old. I mean, who knows? This could be from the 1780s or something. I mean, who knows?
How many pale faces did it impale?
You'd never, I mean, come on. This could have killed a buffalo to feed a tribe for the winter.
Could have killed your great-great-grandfather.
And I thought, and I grew up, and my middle name on my driver's license my whole life when I was 16 was NMI. No middle initial, because I don't have a middle name.
Right.
And all my friends I would tell I was an Indian. I was a Sioux Indian relative, and it was Nemi, was my middle name from an Indian Sioux tribe, the Lakota Sioux or some crap.
As my Cuban friend says, all you gringos say you're part Indian.
Yeah, there you go. Just because we like it, you know. Anyway, so finding an arrowhead is a treasure.
Yeah, no.
I mean, wouldn't you do anything to get an actual Indian arrowhead from the frontier days?
My neighbor found one in the creek in front of my house a month ago.
Just recently.
And I wanted to go down there. And I go, where did you find it? He goes, down by the rattlesnake I killed.
Oh, well, no, we don't want to go
Then
down
I'm not
by
going
the
down.
Rattlesnake Creek, no. But again, they got rid of the arrowhead. That's not offensive.
No, the arrowhead's
Is that
not
offensive?
offensive. No, the arrowhead's not offensive. Maybe Chiefs, that's a kind of a joke name. Hey, Ace. Hey, Chief.
Well, the chief, the chief is
but
obviously.
Still,
but again,
it is not an insult to say Chief or Brave or Seminole or any of that.
It's gotten to the point now where there are actually companies where they no longer have the chief engineer or the chief sanitation director. They no longer use the word chief.
How about chief meteorologist?
Chief meteorologist, no more. Can't say chief.
Right,
so that's stupid. I understand, Chief Wahoo is, hey man, is one thing, but that's crap. But one Indian who did testify said, now wait a minute, I'm a full-blooded Navajo, and I think the logo and mascot are honorable and respectful. I don't agree with the decision to retire the chief and the arrowhead. I find them honorable. It's not like the Cleveland Indians logo, Wahoo with a caricature or something. The students delivered a presentation. The arrowhead logos are disrespectful, and now the students are going to decide what the next logo and mascot will be, and apparently it's going to be I can't even
Is
say
that why you wrote that down there at the bottom of the
the V word.
Don't say that out loud.
We can't say that out loud. No, that would be bad. Anyway.
I was sitting there looking at that. So why did he write the V word?
You know what? I had Flounder get me a story today about a guy who tortured kittens. And when I actually read it, I said, no, I'm not even talking about it.
Please, not in public.
I can't even bring it up. All right, hold on. It's almost 5 o'clock. Look out. We got stuff coming up here. I don't know what it is, but it's right here. We'll have it for you next on The Thing with the Thing there. Here we go. Look out. I guess I probably shouldn't be screaming here at the Topgolf.
No, go for it.
Let's get it together, ladies. Left shoulder, right of blank. Ready on your dog. Target. Road guards out. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer with Pete Davis, founder at the controls back at the studio. Isaiah's here and Brenda's over there. I saw Amanda, and I chewed her out for not coming by to say hi. I know she was scared, but it's okay. She's fine. She's here helping out with the small business meeting they're having tonight here at Topgolf. And we're here just before that to kind of just say hi and tell you if you want to come by, please do.
Two things. One, Jason, who just left here, says that my great-grandfather was honorary chief Pontiac, has a photo album to back that up.
No kidding.
Yeah, and
so that's clearly not offensive. It's an honor.
Sure. And another thing is, poor Isaiah must have drawn the short straw today to have to
poor
come out and do our show. He's like, what have I done?
Trying to get drunk. It's not working. He's so upset about the whole thing. The alcohol's not even kicking in.
He's not getting drunk.
Poor son of a... Anyway, what happened?
He's not getting drunk.
Anyway, and by the way, thank you, really. I mean, these guys come out. They got other things to do, and they're all of a sudden they're hauling their...
I got to do what?
All this equipment crap in a big van out to Topgolf in Alpharetta going, I want to be home on my way.
For
this?
Like
a dinner waiting for me and a hot babe or something, Anyway, I call drinking. Anyway, it's only Kimmer and Pete. And by the way, the Rhino is here with the business people meeting up above. Oh. I think they're meeting upstairs up above.
They're letting him mingle with those important people?
I don't understand any of it.
Do they want them to help us?
I don't understand any of it. Anyway, here's a number. I love phone calls if you want to give us a buzz. And again, we are at Topgolf in Alpharetta. Turned out to be it's hot and sunny,
lovely.
Beautiful day. It stormed earlier just for 20 minutes or something, and it's a beautiful day and a nice crowd. I mean, it's there are plenty of bays open if you want to hit some balls and do your thing up here. There's plenty of room for it, but it's also a really nice crowd, and it's good to see. I mean, it's nice to be out. It's good. It looks nice. It looks happy and friendly, and people are having fun and. I just have a nice kind of calm feeling about life right
Doesn't
now.
it make you angry that we could have been doing that the whole time through COVID, that it was such a scam?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. By the way, did you get a lot of your money, did you, from the government for not working? Did you get a lot of money, did you?
No.
I'm trying to remember how much I got. Oh, yeah. Well, again, it was zero. I remember now.
See, we stupidly tried to keep working
Yeah.
and start a business while other people just sat on the couch and smoked dope and played
And, of
their
course, they
games.
screwed us. They condemned us and they fought us in every angle by starting a small business in America during a disaster, and we got screwed for it. Basically, we got nothing but trouble. Anyway,
we would have made more money sitting on the couch eating Doritos.
That's right. That's right.
Unbelievable.
Pete Davis just told the truth.
Yeah.
We actually could have made more money by applying for the anyway, whatever. Anyway, holy crap.
We have Philip
I'm sorry.
we have Philip on the line, and he wants to know why you guys call Rhino the Rhino.
Well, but Philip, welcome aboard. How you doing, sir? Welcome. What's up? What do you think?
I'm good, thank you. Frankenstein's the best song ever, by the way.
Thank you. I'm the one who puts that together. Kimmer wouldn't know that if you were. Anyways.
I have no idea. That's all Flounder. Flounder's musical thing. Cheers, my friend.
Drink up, Shriners.
You keep calling him the Rhino, but in the morning he's just called Rhino. I'm just curious.
Well, Pete Davis.
Why do we call him?
You started that, and it was because he is so special.
Oh, that's true.
This is a guy who actually was driving. Well, Pete, tell the story.
I remember because everyone said when I grew up it was Batman.
Yeah,
Batman
would show up and the bat signal, and he would take care of everything. You see the signal in the sky, and he was there.
But then the movies came out and it's the Batman.
The Batman. Yeah.
So it's the Rhino.
The Rhino. I mean, he's such a giver. He does so much for the community. The time he has saved people, he has done.
No one knows this, that he worked side by side with Werner von Braun
there you are.
to build our space program.
The space program itself. In fact, they called it the space program in honor of the Rhino. I mean,
he was the mayor of Huntsville while he was there at Redstone Air Force Base.
He single-handedly did that. The space tribute, the model space camp at
he
Huntington.
landed the first space shuttle from outside the cockpit.
Yeah. And at the time, he had just donated a kidney the day before. I mean, how the guy could keep his conscience. I mean, it just is,
with one kidney.
Oh my God!
He landed that
with
plane.
one kidney and a day before.
And he rigged it like it was a soapbox derby thing with just
it was
string.
he said, "That's nothing, boys. It's nothing." I mean,
I'm just trying to do my best.
That's why
for my
the
country.
Rhino. The Rhino is not enough. The Rhino is clearly more of a tribute. That's all. Very simple story.
Perfect sense.
All right, man. Thanks, man. Have a great day, Philip. Appreciate
He has
it.
a small little horn.
All right, man. What's that?
Plus, he has a small little horn.
He has that little horn there. He's kind of, we see it quite often. Anyway, let's see what else we got here.
Sports is coming up, too.
Sports is coming up, and we got to the story on. Listen, you want to do our music thing? Tracy Chapman?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's 5:08. We got a time here. Flounder, if you could, I think he knows about this, right?
Yes, got it ready.
Okay, now, first of all, Pete, set up the story here because I'm not sure where it was actually started from.
I was reading last night. Tracy Chapman put out her one hit called "Fast Cars," which, frankly, is a great song.
It's not my kind of song. It's kind of a gimmick song. It's a good song. It's a hugely popular song.
Yes,
but it's kind of a gimmick song to me.
And then I found out that is his name Luke Combs.
That's correct.
I think Lucas or Luke Combs.
He's a country guy, allegedly, if there is any such thing as country these days.
Yeah.
And the number one song in country right now is his version of "Fast Cars." So I was like, how the hell can you make that country?
Well, Flounder, if you could play the original Tracy Chapman "Fast Cars" song, you've heard this song. But it's kind of a it's not my kind of music, but it's a good song, and it's
Oh God. No,
that's how it goes. It's not my fault. I didn't make it up.
It's an instrumental, by the way.
I'm just telling you how they sing the damn thing.
Take it, Tracy.
It's a good song, but it's a different song. It's not a ballad. I don't know what you even call it. It's not rock and roll. It's
pop,
adult
kinda.
Contemporary.
All right, well, here's Luke Combs' version.
Anyway, here's Luke Combs, Flounder at the controls.
Hebida.
I already like the music better.
It sounds country. Huh.
Well, I like the song, but it's not country.
It is kind of country. The lyrics are kind of country. There's no dog involved, but still, it's kind of country. I like both versions. I do.
Well, if it were on the radio, I'd probably listen to it halfway through, and then I'd get.
It just was on the radio, and you listened to it.
Well, I didn't listen to the whole thing, did I?
So you just proved your own theory.
We come out. You're not supposed to be a pain in the ass in public. It's okay in the studio, but here with people looking at us.
It's the alcohol.
Yeah. You're drinking. Look at you. It's zero alcohol. Oh my God. How can you drink that crap? It's Heineken Zero.
It tastes like Heineken. That's why.
Oh, Heineken tastes like crap. It's all bitter.
Oh, what's wrong with you?
Oh God, you and your German beers are all freaking bitter.
We're gonna throw hands
sour.
right here.
It's like they put sauerkraut in there. Yeah, it's
heathen.
It's hops, barley, and sauerkraut.
You're a heathen.
And cauliflower. They make Heineken beers.
I don't like Jägermeister.
Hops,
I don't
barley,
like Heineken.
and sauerkraut, and cauliflower and broccoli juice.
You're drinking a drink that has 3 slices of orange in it, you pansy.
Well, that's because I like my hard liquor.
See, if you're going to talk on the radio, you got to put the microphone in front of you.
Screw you.
The idiot pulled the microphone away from his mouth to start talking.
I'll be right back.
But see, here the ladies think, look at the cool guy over there drinking the James Bond Heineken. Little do they know that it's
by the way, we have. Here comes some right now. Here's 3 hot babes.
Oh, my Lord.
All by themselves.
Focus, Pete.
Can we get you a drink or a small car? Maybe a boat? Condo? A condo. I swear to God. She just kept walking. What the hell?
Yeah.
I used to have it. I used to be able to get that.
Let me show you a mirror.
I know. But
I don't explain that.
That would ruin everything.
Is it time for a break already?
I used to be able to do that. I would round them up.
She didn't even turn around. It was like Wonder Woman's lasso, and you just missed.
I swear to God, I used to be able to do that. Yeah. I'd get all 3 of them over here and buy them drinks, and pretty soon
you'd be buying them drinks, and nothing would happen.
And then dinner,
and they'd leave,
and then a weekend in Vegas
with other guys. Oh, look at the music's going.
Oh, I'll be damned. It's coming up on 5:13. Holy Crap at Sports is next with Pete Davis and the Kimmer and Gang here on Topgolf in Alpharetta. Look out. Here we go.
And
Something wrong with that glass. There's no booze in it. Barkeep. Anyway, hello. All right, a couple of sports. Spud Webb, 60 years old, who won the slam dunk contest at 5 foot. Oh my God, 7.
Keep moving.
I got distracted. Michael Spinks, 67, brother of Leon. They both won gold medals. And I have a Michael Spinks story. And also,
I'm sure.
Tony Kornheiser, 75 today. He was doing Monday Night Football until he quit because he was afraid to fly. That's a true story. Anyway, Holy Crap in Sports with Pete Davis.
I already had to make him focus.
Oh, no, we got the boss coming in. I warned him. I said, don't put me out in public. I told you. I said, I don't do this. And it said, you're making a mistake, and you're never going to do it again. And I warned you, and I'm not taking responsibility. It's your fault. It's over. See, he even said himself, time, it's it. It's done.
Sports time. Braves off till Friday. They got the White Sox at Truist Park. You know how I feel about the White Sox.
Yes, we do. Comiskey Park Scouts balls.
They moved on from Comiskey now. Charlie Morton's going to start on Friday. By the way, the Braves have claimed outfielder Dalton Guthrie off waivers from the Giants, and they placed right-handed pitcher Nick Anderson, Mr. Anderson, on the 60-day injured list with a shoulder strain. Yeah.
Oh, 60?
Yeah, 60 on there.
That's the season.
No, not quite.
August and September.
And Max Fried will have his second rehab start Saturday in Rome. The Rome Braves have him.
Man, we had fun that night out there
sure
in Rome.
Did. They're going to be playing the Jersey Shore.
When did they stop minor league baseball? Do you know? Is it August?
Into the ninth inning.
Ladies and gentlemen, only Pete Davis would have the official answer that was never wrong.
You asked.
I mean, but they stopped early in the year. Early August or something,
that
so
way
they can go to the big leagues.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So you answered your own question. So why'd you ask me?
Well, because I wasn't sure, and I thought maybe we might try to make another game.
All right, then.
Sorry I brought it up.
All right.
I'm not going. How about that?
Okay, then. Sad news here. Dick Vitale has announced he's got a third bout with cancer.
Well, that's just not fair.
It's not right. He's beaten it twice.
Fair. Come on, God. What the hell?
Okay, I'm sitting right next to you. If you want to insult God, please let me move over there.
I'm not insulting. I'm saying let's go. I mean, come on. The guy's already got two. What the hell?
I know. He's a good guy.
Well, we're both ordained ministers. We can call on the good Lord to do something nice for the guy.
Meanwhile, Tony Kornheiser turned 75 today.
I mentioned that a minute ago.
All right, then.
He was afraid to fly. Didn't want any football.
Big news around here. Victoria Bowl, survivor of the January 15th crash over in Athens that killed the football player and a recruiting aide, has filed suit blaming the car accident on negligence by UGA's Athletic Association, claiming the AA made false public statements. Says she's also suing the estate of Chandler LaCroix, the recruiting analyst who was driving and died in the crash. She's also suing former Bulldog player, now Philadelphia Eagle, Jalen Carter, who was racing them and got off much too lightly.
Yeah.
He got a Hunter Biden thing.
That's
what he did. The association said LaCroix was not authorized, but Victoria says, of course we were. We were told we could use them when we weren't officially at work. So
this is really...
It's going to get uglier and uglier and uglier.
And I don't blame it. And frankly, let's just let the truth out. Let's open the doors to the sunshine and let the truth out. And if they were responsible, the thing that kills me, obviously, well, first of all, Jalen was a liar and a deceiver like 3 times before he finally, came clean. First of all, talk about character.
He left the scene of an accident when he knew people were hurt.
They were dying back there, and he fled.
Yeah,
and then he lied about it, and then he came clean and lied about the lie. Anyway, but this is way beyond, teenagers knocking down mailboxes. This is not a prank after prom night or something. These are adults. These are people who are looking to millions of dollars in a business career in the NFL and so forth. This is way above, some kind of teenage prank. And frankly, the big thing to me was if they are lying about it, if they're trying to cover up the fact that they knew that they all had permission to drive these cars, it was part of the program, that's what they did, and then they tried to throw her under the bus by saying, oh, they were illegally or something, then screw you. Then you need to get nailed. And frankly, I'll bet that association in its entirety is in trouble. They may have to disband the whole thing.
Well, they won't do that, I think. But if she gets other people to say it was okay to drive the cars and they told us it was okay.
The depositions are good. And they're, these college kids don't, they're not going to be holding anything in abeyance, so they're afraid to tell the truth. They're going to say, oh, yeah, we did it all the time.
There's a lot of money behind this, I'm telling you.
Well,
so
here we go.
It's going to be interesting. And by the way, not even liberal woke New Zealand, probably the most woke place on planet
they
Earth.
Screwed up in the last 5 years.
Not even they want to watch women's sports.
Oh, boy, what happened?
FIFA is having to give away 20,000 free tickets to the Women's World Cup games being played in the Kiwi.
The World Cup?
The World
and
Women's Cup.
Oh, my God. Well, there you are.
Nobody wants to see it. And you know what? I used to watch it till that Megan Rapinoe, whatever her name is.
Yeah, Rapinoe.
Started running her mouth.
Well, if you have a go woke and you now your event means something other than just watching soccer, then you're asking for people to react to it and say, I thought I was watching soccer. I don't want to get woked off and have people with placards and sermons and crap like that. Give me a break.
Well, I tried to stretch us as far as I could, but ladies and gentlemen, I can't help it. He's going to give us now his Michael Spinks story.
Okay.
Does it involve you in any way? Just
well, indirectly.
Just freelancing here.
Okay. Back in the 1970s, I was a radio anchorman and a TV anchorman, and I was an operations director and a program director and all that kind of news director, stuff like that.
Yes, sir.
And a friend of mine and his wife, the friend of mine, a guy's name was Mackie Shillstone. Mackie Shillstone was a famous trainer. He was a student at Tulane University, and he was a member of the football team at the height of 5'8" and about 150 pounds. Okay, but he could run like a deer forever. He could do anything, lifting weights. He was strong as an ox and a teeny guy, but he could run forever. And they made him the leader of the calisthenics programs for the Tulane football team because they almost never let him play. He was a receiver that never played because he was too small. They would have killed him. But he would lead all the calisthenics. That's how good he was.
How small could he be that he couldn't make the green wave?
I'm telling you, he was like 5'8", 150. I'm telling you, I got pictures. Anyway, and he was a friend of mine, and he decided he got his master's degree in sports fitness or something like that. Okay, and I became his guinea pig. He was in my wedding. I was in his wedding, and my little girls Jennifer and Sarah were in his wedding when he got married. Anyway, so we were friends in New Orleans back then in the 70s. And Mackie said, "I'm going to make you, Kimmer, my first project to see if I can show that we can do something so outstanding that I can prove that my nutrition stuff really works." I had never run more than maybe 2 or 3 miles in my life. I started jogging around 1974, 5, whatever, 2-3 miles maybe, and that 4 or 5 days a week, and that was it. All of a sudden, Mackie says, "Let's run a marathon." And I said, well, what do you mean, 26 miles? He said, yeah, 26 miles. The marathon, the New Orleans Marathon was coming up in 9 days. And he says, let's run a marathon. I said, Mackie, if I've run more 2 miles, I'm like 14 minutes and I'm going to go home, And he said, no, we can do it. So he said the first day, we met near his place in the morning, and he said, let's run like 9 miles to see if we can do it. What happened? Son of a gun, as it turned out, since I had been running for quite a while, but not very long, but I'd been running enough, so my muscles were in pretty good shape. I was pretty athletic, and my muscles were in shape. If your muscles are in shape, what happened to me was, I found this is true, and runners talk about it all the time, you get into the zone. After I ran about 20 minutes, my heart rate dropped. My breathing dropped, so I was breathing through my nose, running with a slow heartbeat, breathing through my nose, and you could just go forever. And we ran 9 or 10 miles, and I thought, oh, my God, we can do this. The second day, we did it again. The third day, we ran 5 or 6 miles, just kind of keep warm or loosened up and stuff. And then the fourth or fifth day, we ran something like, he said, let's see if we can hit the wall. And so we ran for almost 2 hours to get to like 15 or 16 miles and to see if we could feel it. And we survived. Again, this is like every day in a row. And then we took a day off. And then the day before we ran 5 or 6 miles. The day of the marathon, I ran with him 26 miles. But the problem was at the 12-mile mark, my knee shot, my ligaments blew in my right knee, in my right leg. And I had to skip hop 14 miles to finish the marathon, and I never stopped. I hopped, skipped every minute of the way. Took me 4.5 hours to run this marathon. My leg was so swollen from the blood and the impact. It was like 8 inches bigger than the other one. I had to go to the doctor with Mackie the next day at Tulane's Medical Center.
I'd sue him.
Well, anyway. And the bottom line, Mackie was the trainer. He trained Michael Spinks when Michael Spinks won the heavyweight championship.
So we had to go through that whole 10-minute
Mackie Shillstone, I was his first victim, and he became the trainer for the heavyweight champion of the world based on what he did with me lifting weights. And my body weight, I weighed 210. My body fat was like 6%. I was lifting weights. I could do anything, and I was his first guinea pig.
What happened?
And he became the trainer for Michael Spinks, the heavyweight champion of the world, who then later got another trainer and lost to whatever the thing thing with Tyson or whatever. Or Holy.
I was a Leon fan.
Leon with a no teeth, with a tooth and a big gap. Anyway, but anyway, that was Mackie Shillstone's story. And my daughter was in. Sarah was the flower girl at his wedding to his lovely bride, and that goes.
He blew your knee out.
He blew my knee. Well, I was my, but
it
again,
didn't work.
Well, I was never a runner. Runners are skinny and lanky and all sinewy and stuff. I was never a runner. I was a guard and a linebacker and a running back in sports. I was not a runner type guy. So my body's not built for that kind of thing.
Why did you finish it when your knee blew? I couldn't
stop. There was no way I was going to quit. I was never going to quit. Ever, ever, ever. In fact, I ran a second marathon and the same damn thing happened in Chicago. I ran a marathon in Chicago, and I think I ran something like 14 miles, and I had to hop the last 12. I got a picture of me running the Chicago Marathon the next year, and I hurt myself then, too.
What, are you a masochist?
I got up the next morning. I couldn't walk. I literally could not. I could not get out of bed, and my legs would not. I was in such pain.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Unless you've just beaten the Persian army and you got to get the news back to Athens, there's no reason to run 26 miles.
Well, I wanted to do it, and I did it twice. And I hurt myself both times forever. I can't run again because everything hurts. By the way, my last disc is flat. There's no jelly in there.
Is your face hurt?
In fact, I had to go. I went to the Falcons doctor, the guy, who's that guy, famous Anderson?
Andrews, James Andrews.
James Andrews. He was my doctor who treated me.
In Birmingham?
No, in Atlanta.
No, he's in Birmingham.
He was in Atlanta when I went to him, and he also gave me a shoulder shot, too.
Smile for Amanda.
Hi, baby. There's my girl, Amanda. Hi, sweetie.
Quit screaming her name.
Oh, I like to scream her name. It said, this is my girl. She's my special girl project. There you go. It's 5:29, and we may talk to Amanda here in a minute coming up. And more coming up. We got, God, we're almost done with the show. I can't believe it. Oh, my God. We're at Topgolf and just having
Are we
going to
do some topics today?
I don't know. I don't care. We're here till 6. That's all I told them. It's not like they're paying me. I tell up here till 6 and they'll leave me alone. Anyway, it's not going to change either, I can promise you. Anyway, coming up now, it's almost 5:30 with Pete Kimmer and Amanda, and we just got the whole crew here at Topgolf in Alpharetta. Come by and see us till 6, and then you can go later because they got the small business people up here, too, till like 9 o'clock today. Anyway, hoorah, we'll be back. Don't go away. Hold on. Stand by. Look out.
We were professionals because we started here.
Oh, my God, there's another one. They're everywhere. We got hot babes everywhere. Oh, how you doing? No, sorry. No, really, we're fine. Everything's fine. No, keep moving. Well, they're everywhere. I can't help it. I mean, my God. They're gorgeous. I mean, geez. And they play golf? Oh, man. Anyway, all right, how you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. 5:31. We're here at Topgolf in Alpharetta having a little fun. But we got more stuff coming up here for shortly. But first, I want to brag about our sponsors. One of the things I love about coming back to work was this radio station. And again, everything is different. Everything is, we're digital now and stuff like that. But still, it's broadcasting with people who care about America, what we stand for, supporting people like our veterans. And I've been going through a hassle with the Veterans Administration. I got a couple of things coming up here next week and a couple weeks after that. And it's nice to hear people people like our endorsement sponsors who really are in support of veterans and patriotic issues in America these days, including people like our friends at Metro Atlanta Roofing and Remodeling. If you have any kind of an issue up on your roof or the shingles or anything involving your house for that matter, it's a remodeling company as well as at Metro Atlanta Roofing, veterans get a 10% discount right off the top. And man, I'm telling you, it's just another way of saying we appreciate what you've done. Barry Reese, he's the owner, and incidentally, he's also a licensed insurance adjuster. So if you have an issue with your insurance claim or something about your roof or your house or something, nobody's going to jerk him around and pull his chain because he knows all the inside secrets about insurance claims and stuff. Here's why you should get in touch with Metro Atlanta Roofing and Remodeling. For one thing, they're your storm damage experts. They have everything licensed and insured, A-plus business rating, repair warranties, making sure if there's a leak, it's 100% fixed, period. Everything up there is protected, ice shields, water shields, and if you need a new roof, it's a lifetime warranty with materials and labor covered. Free drone inspections for your own peace of mind. Instead of somebody knocking on your door saying, yeah, we're in the neighborhood checking your roofs for you, no, send them packing and call the gang at Metro Atlanta Roofing and Remodeling, and Barry Reese will take care of everything. By the way, here's a phone number, area 470-538-1729. They don't meet their expectations until they exceed yours. If you have questions about Metro Atlanta Roofing and Remodeling, call Metro Atlanta Roofing and Remodeling. See how much sense that makes, and tell them the Kimmer sent you. On the web, metroatlantaroofing.com. Well, how am I supposed to know? Get off of my cloud, bastard. What a screaming great song this is.
Open up the window, imagine that the world got dark.
I mean, this isn't exactly a sweet ballad of the harmony and stuff, but
No.
the Stones are the Stones.
You want to hear a funny story about this?
I do it.
I had a book of the lyrics of Rolling Stones when I was a senior in high school, and I wrote down the lyrics to this song about going the whole "Get Off My Cloud."
Yeah.
And I sent it to the girl I was kind of wooing at the time.
Yeah.
And she thought I had made up a poem about this, that I had written the lyrics to "Get Off
I
My
assume
Cloud."
you took credit.
Of course I did.
And she gave you a little special surprise there at the drive-in movie, I'm guessing.
She said, "Did you go downtown and fall asleep in your car?" I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
It was a true story. Well, on this day in 1972, during a North American tour, the Rolling Stones played the first of a couple nights at Cobo Hall, famous Detroit hall. The Doors, Aerosmith, Jimi Hendrix, The Who, Bruce Springsteen, and Kiss were all there. Holy cow, 1972. That was a hell of a concert there. Anyway, how you doing? It's only me. It's only the Kid Mayor. And on this day in how times have changed. 1970. Check this out. FBI Director 1970 J. Edgar Hoover says the most dangerous terrorist group in existence today,
white supremacists,
is the Black Panther Party.
Oh, well, close.
How times have changed.
Yes, it just changed a little bit.
Yeah, amazing. Yeah.
I'm sorry to mess up your Black Panther Party.
Oh, mercy. And again, as a very...
What movie is that from?
Forrest Gump.
Sorry, I spoiled your Black...
Forrest Gump, that's right.
Great
Mom always said. But you know what? It's funny about that movie. It's been on lately again for some reason, and I think it was on again last night. And every time I go through the guide, I go through the guide week in advance and tape things in advance.
That's sad.
It is sad. It's very sad. That's my life. I have no girl and no life. And luckily, girlkiss.com. I'm one of the editors there.
Well, you're at Match.com.
I'm at Match.com now. I'll be working anyway. But I see a movie like Forrest Gump, and I have absolutely no interest in watching it again just because it was too much.
It's a great movie.
You know what I mean?
It was one of the first movies from Hollywood that showed Southerners of all sizes, shapes, races, and colors as actual human beings.
Yeah, I mean, it was a great, wonderful movie. Really, an important movie, I think.
It was.
But it's not. I couldn't imagine sitting there and watching it all again.
I was dating a girl from Chicago at the time, and she hated it. And she was going, that sucked. I tried to explain to her, and she just couldn't grasp it. I said, you don't understand. All movies about Southerners basically treat us as just scum or stupid or everything. I mean, this one actually showed people around him. He was kind of dumb, but still he had a good heart. And the people around him were like his mother, Sally Fields, and everything. Well, that was the typical Southern mother.
Yeah. Anyway, I just when you mentioned that, I thought that was kind of cool. Here's a weird story. Happened in 1984 in Arkansas. A guy named Terry Wallace was badly injured in a car wreck. 1984 left him in a coma. He suddenly came to in June of 2003, 19 years later. Terry was 19 years old, riding in a pickup truck with friends. It skidded off the road, killing one friend. He was in a nursing home for nearly 20 years when he suddenly saw his mother and said, "Mom." But actually, it was not his mother. It was a girl named Amber, who was his baby sister, who was 6 weeks old when he went into the coma.
Wow.
And he saw her, thought it was his mother. Still 1984, he said, "You're beautiful, I love you." 3 days later, he could speak clearly again and was like normal, still thinking it was 1984. And because of this 19-year coma and then retrieval to life, doctors studied his brain and found out that the back of his brain, which helps the conscious awareness syndrome policies, got a lot stronger for some reason. His brain was healing itself. Unfortunately, he died from heart problems at the age of 57.
Okay, what year did he go into the coma?
1984.
What year did he wake up?
2003.
And when he woke up in 2003, he said, "We elected who as president in the 90s? That philandering governor?
Are you kidding me?
Bill Clinton?
I can't wait a minute.
Twice?
What a story, though.
That's a hell of a
He
story.
sees the girl and says, "Mom," and it was his baby sister.
I wonder how long they played along with that.
I can't imagine. Golly. But again, that's why, that's why they say the issue of pulling the plug. He was like stone out. I mean, he reacted to light or something. So he was not dead, in the bed for 19 years. But he was clearly not, not a lively creature. But still, it shows, who knows? Can you imagine? By the way, who took care of that for 19 years? Every day bathing him and changing his diapers and stuff for 19 years.
Yeah.
God bless them. I don't know how. That's just
they are saints. Everyone talks about teachers. It's the nurses that are the saints. Except the ones who kill people with pillowcases.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a whole different story there. Those are the bad. Those are the bad ones. Anyway, how you doing? It's Pete. A quick little thank yous, by the way. Our friend Jason Shane, whose dad, Bob Shane, the famous Kingston Trio, and Jason sent me just a treasured a memento signed picture from the Kingston Trio and his dad and stuff. Jason has a company. He came here to say hi today. Old Atlanta Stumps. You can look it up, and he'll take care of business for you. Also, Scotty the window guy came by, and he has a company called Dunn, D-U-N-N Construction. And Scotty the window guy will take care of your windows and everything else, too. So.
Sports breaking news. The Hawks have won today. They beat the 76ers. They were way behind.
That summer league business?
They came back and won by 1 point. So
now, is this breaking in new guys, or what's the difference? What is the summer league?
You know that Wembanyama guy that just got drafted?
Yeah, the 7'5" French
Spurs
guy.
played him 2 games, set him down.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
because he's too skinny?
It's too much money
They're
to
kill
waste.
Him.
Yeah, they don't want to hurt him.
Oh my God! Well, he's got to get bigger. Now they can't put him in the NBA this coming year, can they?
Of course they will.
Oh my God! Well,
please.
I guess you'd have to. He's apparently, now you tell me. I've only seen a few videos of him, but he's 7'5" or something, weighs about 110 pounds. But he can run. He's fast. He's quick. He can shoot like a son of a gun, and he looks like a shooting guard or a passing forward. I mean, the kid's pretty amazing for what is he, 20?
Yeah, I said it before. He's either Ralph Sampson II or he's going to revolutionize the game.
They're saying
one of those.
They're getting all these big guys who 7-footers who can shoot 3-pointers.
But they're usually bigger than him.
Well, they're heftier than he is. Yeah, no
like
question.
Jokic.
But again, if he can shoot from the past the free throw line, then it wouldn't make any difference how skinny he is.
Yeah, but if I'm that tall, I'm camping out underneath.
Just don't put your. What is it? You can have one. Can you have 1 foot in the free throw line? I don't even know what the rule is for the 3-second rule. Do they still even do it?
Yeah, they still.
Well,
do.
They don't call palming, and they don't cover turnovers. They don't cover taking 7 steps on the way to the basket anymore.
They don't.
God, they change their pivot foot every time. They take 3 steps when they get the ball. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Yeah. There's no traveling anymore. They have suitcases with
They used to call us for palming.
I know.
Oh my God, they now carry the thing like that big Indian from one flew over the cuckoo's
like they're
nest.
a waiter bringing you your champagne.
I'll be right with you. My God, man. Anyway, a couple things, actual news here. A quick thing, we're going to break coming up here, but I think this is a great story. We all know the guy, Ray Epps, who was seen on the video that Tucker Carlson revealed, telling people at the mostly peaceful January 6th non-insurrection peaceful protest day, Ashley Babbitt Day, where they killed an innocent woman by a murder by a cop who never got charged and, in fact, was praised as a hero by the left. Ray Epps was the guy who told people, you got to go inside, you got to go inside. He was the leader of the group of what happened of the protesters and stuff. The FBI never talked to him, never did anything, and then they apparently did talk to him and say, well, we have nothing to see here, and they had nothing to do with it. And now all of a sudden, Ray Epps' lawyer in a deposition says that Ray Epps is probably going to be charged now by the federal authorities for lying, among other things, and being part. Oh my God! Yeah, and also, oh Lordy,
tattoo.
Oh God, I'm sorry.
See where the tattoo was?
No, I can't. On her thigh. Oh, on her back,
outside of her thigh.
Oh no, I can't see that. Anyway, I don't know where. 5:45.
It's commercial time.
That's it. Goodbye. Bartender.
There's a check on my table.
5:49. Look out. It's only me. It's only the Kimmer. Yeah, you can play the little flounder. That's good. Go ahead. What's the matter? Oh, my God. There's another one. There's two more.
Focus.
Oh, I'm sorry. So you're a golfer? You like fast cars? Can I buy you a house? A condo? God. Anyway, on this day, 1968.
Ever ridden in a Porsche?
I used to get away with it. You want to drive my car? Black Sabbath played their first gig on this day in 1968 at a small backstreet blues club in Birmingham, England. Black Sabbath, 1968. Yeah, not my kind of music. Well, I was in the Marines at that time. I was not my.
No, you weren't. This is 70s.
Well, actually, I forget. I never served again. I never knew the military.
Homo?
Homo. Much better now, though. You were in the war? Nah.
That's from the movie Stripes, so don't write us.
Yeah, I don't want to hear it. And by the way, screw you. Yeah, I could say homo if I feel like. I could say queer if I feel like it.
You did.
I mean, seriously. I'm serious. In fact, from now on, we should say it just because they're asking for us to, if you want to be called a queer now, fine, I'll call you a queer. Well, I think it's stupid because I don't give a damn. If you're gay, fine, have a ball. I appreciate you. In the broadcasting business, 30% of the people we've ever worked with are gay.
Yeah, you're right.
At least.
All right.
So, nobody in this business gives a damn one way or the other. I mean, clearly, and it really doesn't make any difference. But if you're going to make us now use weird words, then we're going to say them, which therefore you can no longer complain about.
David says, I better give you a ride home.
Yeah, probably a very good idea. Check that. Here's a look. It's a 5:51. God, we're almost out of time. I saw this today, and I fell for it.
Yes.
Now, tell me whether you think this is the thing.
Yes, sir.
Dear Abby, guys, I love Dear Abby, and what's her name?
That's
Dear Abby column. Okay. Here is a Dear Abby column from today, and I kind of got hornswoggled into this. Dear Abby, I have a connection with someone who very close to my heart, but I'm afraid our relationship isn't healthy. I'm the one who pays our rent. I'm the one who pays for all the food. I'm the one who has to drive all the time, all caps. And as you know, gas isn't cheap. It upsets me because he also never talks to me. I do like his style. What I love most about him is he is always there to support me. He gives the best hugs. He has beautiful eyes, and I know he loves me. I know he loves me. I love him so much, but he gets so sad when I hang out with my friends without him. I want to include him in all my activities and all our activities, but all my friends say that's unrealistic. How dare they? I love him with all my heart, but often he just doesn't want to spend time with me, and I'm worried he's been cheating on me. What should I do? Signed, Girl in Love in Canada. Dear girl, your letter is full of red flags. Is this hugger with beautiful eyes employed? Why are you paying for everything? Has he ever actually said he loves you? Does he have any social life of his own? You state that he gets sad if you want to hang out with your friends, but often doesn't want to spend time with you. Where does he spend his time when he's not with you? If you suspect he may be cheating, listen to your intuition. You feel that way for a reason. Between you and me, you can do better than this. Start by finding a man who can pull his own weight and will talk to you and gives good hugs. P.S. If your main squeeze is a canine, please make sure he's chipped and neutered. After all that, she was faking out with her doggy.
Dog. That's so cute.
Yeah, that was really cute. But anyway, and it's an animal story, and I love animal stories. We used to do animal stories. Man, we should do some more.
You
of
know
those
what?
again.
I've forgotten to do, and I'm going to start doing it again. Is putting out a dog of the day.
Oh, the adopt a dog. In fact, on my Kimmer show or on my Kim Peterson Facebook page, I think that I don't know whether it's the Kimmer Facebook or the Kimmer show. It's Kim Peterson.
Well,
Facebook.
that's the problem. We don't have the Facebook page anymore. So
that's right. Of our company, we have the Rumble now. You can't put it on the Rumble. They don't do pictures.
Yeah.
By the way, what a crock. Pete Davis used to post on our Kimmer Show Facebook page, when we had Facebook, every day a picture of a dog that needed to be adopted from the local Atlanta Humane Society. Yeah. And now we killed Facebook on our Kimmer Show because they were screwing with us. So now we're on Rumble, but Rumble won't let you post a picture.
So how many?
And neither will YouTube, by the way.
How many dogs have died, Mark Zuckerberg, since you screwed around with our Facebook
How about
page?
you let us put the freaking, and again, they tried to pretend we were doing some Vietnamese porn or something. And so, so they blocked us or condemned us. And we said, screw you. We're never going to take this. Anyway, so nowhere, and all those people, all those ladies around the world used to watch my horse videos on Kimmer Show Facebook page, and now I don't think they get Rumble, and so I haven't heard from any of them. I used to hear from Sweden and Norway and Germany and Australia and hell, Saudi Arabia. I mean, it was unbelievable. And now I haven't heard from one because I guess, oh my.
Keep moving.
I'm sorry with the long ponytail. I know. You don't see those long ponytails anymore.
You up in the mountains.
Well, you know what? It's because they're weight try, and the weight try don't want to have their hair hanging in their face when they're taking orders.
The girls up in the mountains, they love their hair long.
I know they do. And so do I, by the way.
Well, you don't have any hair.
That's why I love theirs.
I'm one to talk.
Well, I used to be a fan of hairbrushing. You get a girl.
Yeah, where did that get you?
Well, it got me for a while. She probably wasn't lying for 7 or 8 years there.
I remember you telling those
Out
stories.
of 30.
And me and Wayne would just look at each other through the glass.
Anyway, it worked for a short while.
And you would give these whole lessons.
Yeah.
It was like, we know how to brush hair.
Yeah, that really worked. Well, that wasn't that. It was the tenderness and the nurturing of the thing there.
Yeah.
Oh, God. I don't know. What do you want to do now? One more reminder about Ray Epps. One more reminder about Ray Epps. Ray Epps is a guy, we talked about him, seeing on video, telling people to storm the Capitol, make sure you go inside. And now during a deposition, Ray Epps is suing Tucker Carlson and Fox because he claims Tucker Carlson ruined his life, claiming Ray Epps was a federal agent. And we all know that there were plants in there. And by the way, Chrissy, the Cossack Ray, the head of the federal Gestapo investigation, denied there were any federal agent plants in the one by the January 6th insurrection protest. Anyway, so Ray Epps was the guy. Now his lawyer says that Ray Epps is about to be charged with a federal crime. So the funny part is, from now on, the left is now going to have to say, oh, Ray Epps was part of the peaceful protest. They can't complain that he was, when he gets arrested, they're going to have to support him for the criminal justice system 2.5 years after the fact. He's a former Marine from Arizona, and he said, I say we need to go into the Capitol. We got to go into the Capitol. And FGI director Christopher the Cossack Ray, the chicken-livered phony liar who perjured himself again, says, I'm not going to engage in a discussion about individual people. Oh, really? And that's how they're going to get away with the Hunter Biden thing, and that's how they're going to get away with the cocaine in the White House thing. And again, the other top story today, if you just joined us, the Secret Service has now concluded there's just no evidence in who brought the cocaine into the White House. There's no fingerprints.
Like dust in the wind.
No DNA. Away. And by the way, there's another one. I love her pony. It's up high. Oh, God. Anyway, the Secret Service has said, if you go right now, if you're at home right now listening, go get a plastic bag somewhere in a baggie of any kind and put something in, to use your hand, open the bag, put something in it, close the bag, and then put it down or drop it or whatever. And then you try to take a towel or a bag or something, a paper towel or something, and try to erase your fingerprints or the moisture from your hand for the DNA on a plastic bag.
Preach on. Just the other day, I was disposing of a body.
Well, there you are.
And trying to get my handprints off.
You can't get the moisture from the handprint gets in there in the baggie. You mean to tell me they can't? And they said, well, there were hundreds of people. Possibly just can't narrow it down.
Yeah, just can't.
You dirty freaking liars.
And you know what? If something happens and there's somebody sneaks something in there, I'm not going to give one flying fart.
If it's anthrax or ricin they bring in next time in a baggie,
it's your problem. You're Democrats. You have to deal with it.
And the worst part of it is, the bottom line is that now the Secret Service and the fear is that they will say, well, we don't have an answer to it, so we're going to turn it over to the federal Gestapo investigation, and they're going to be the ones who are going to say what the liar, stinking, lousy, chicken-livered coward Ray said yesterday, lying under oath all those times.
Allegedly.
Well, we can't talk about an internal investigation, and we can't talk about national security. So, in other words, they're going to bury it by saying they're not allowed to talk about it because it's a crime being investigated. And when they asked him, he said, well, so you're telling me you're investigating a crime involving the president? Well, I didn't say that. Well, are you not investigating the president of a crime? Well, I'm not saying that either. I mean, again, it's just such a wishy-washy, freaking chicken-livered coward.
Stinky tweets, hey, Kimmer, best show ever Monday. Listen to the replay on Spotify after work. It was an excellent job.
Well, that's because you were with me in the studio and having fun all day.
I noticed he didn't say that about today's show.
He never said it about today. It's not a good show. I'm sorry. I can't help it. We're here live. I warned him. There's girls all over the place, and there's another one.
There's alcohol. Oh my Lord! She's the one with the.
They must have bring more of them in after 5 o'clock or something. This is unbelievable. Topgolf and Alfredo. Dear Lord.
Thank you for having us out here.
Yeah,
today.
God bless America.
And
Thank
Isaiah
you,
for doing all the work.
Isaiah
here.
and Brandon was over there too, but
Brandon
Isaiah's been here the whole
and
freaking
Mike.
time, saying to thank God I can go home now. Poor bastard. Anyway, and again, if you want to come up, they have a small business group here till I think like 9 o'clock or something. Anyway, thank you everybody. God bless America, and we'll do it again tomorrow. Let her rip Friday. Anything goes. We'll get Miss Amanda on the show too again. Anyway, hoorah, Semper Fi, I gotta go. You're killing me. Look out, herp and a herp.
Station Extra 106.3 FM.
No cocaine culprit. I'm Matt Napolitano, Fox News. The Secret Service says DNA testing and